stop.
Right,
No, I can hear myself again.
Okay. You can hear yourself?
Okay, you go ahead and say something.
Check, check, microphone check. Microphone check.
Okay, I can hear
microphone
you.
Check. All right, all right.
Yeah, but I'm having like playback. Let me unplug and come back in.
All right. Here we go. It's showtime. What's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? Craig Harris be back. Hopefully the rest of the crew will jump on. Yo, I gotta show you something. And shout out to SPR, man. He my boy. He be doing the thumbnails. SPR's in the room yet? Shout out my boy SPR. But this, relax. Like, my boy, we not doing this. Like, whoa.
All right, now I can hear it fine. I get anything.
I'm low? All right, hold on.
No, I've got everything turned down. I was just making sure I wasn't going to get feedback.
Am I too low, chat? Oh, multiple pieces. All right, so
no.
let me do this. No. Well, I know, so the Discord's fine. I'm talking about, all right, how about now?
No.
How's it sound now?
You're fine. Yeah.
But they can't.
I can still hear myself talking.
Well, I'm trying
through my headset.
I'm trying to see where the disconnect is at. I'm still low, really? Where is the disconnect at?
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me check something. Let me check.
So Craig's got an echo.
Yeah,
I'm low, and I'm low as. He says they're saying I'm low as fuck. Hold on, let me see.
I'm not
really.
Okay, I think I may have found it. I think I had. Okay, I should be okay now. Yeah, I should be okay now. I actually had the. No, good grief! I can still hear. Okay. Try that again and refresh.
This saying I'm low. Hold on, let me restart this real quick.
Yeah, my Discord's gone. Okay, yeah, I can't see the Discord.
Oh, I know. Hold on. There we go. How's that sound now?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Pause. That does look pretty bad. That does look pretty crazy.
How about now, chat?
Oh, no.
Yeah, better? Yeah, it was the mic, for whatever reason, the laptop mic was selected. I'm telling you, for no reason.
Oh, okay.
The laptop, yeah. So I'm looking like, wait, a microphone, real tech. All right. It was the microphone, yeah, I hate when this shit be doing that stuff. Yo, tell me that pick is not wild.
Yeah, I don't know how. Look, I don't know how he does that stuff. That is hilarious. When I came home, I saw that. I'm like, oh man.
No, yo, that shit is
when somebody
wild.
puts in that. Yeah, when somebody puts in that kind of time, we need to let them know now. Let's let them know who did that in case people want thumbnails made.
Shout out to SPR, bro. Yo, my man. Like, yo, and then look at the kangaroo, bro. That motherfucker scared for his life. Yo, the hand holding, bro. The details of the hand holding. That shit is wild. For real. I'm like, yo, that shit is wild, bro. SPR is dangerous. Yo, is he in the chat?
I call this.
It's
he's in the chat,
yeah, I'll show you. SPR, man. It's right here. SPR, yeah. Shout out, follow him, man. Follow him on Twitter. It's right here. SPR Access 88.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow him. If you want thumbnails made, he's a go-to guy.
Hit him up. Hit him up, man. Hit him up. Because, yo. My man got the finger locking details down, bro. Not even AI could get that shit right. Yo, that shit, yo, I was like, yo, that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is wild. That shit is, yo, yo, SPR, bro. Yo, this dude, yo, at this rate,
Somebody said, "Get this off."
Yo, oh man, at this, yo, oh my god, at this rate, Grindr's gonna be sponsoring me. Like, yo, like what? Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing on this podcast? Yo, shout out to SPR. Yo, yo.
Hey, check Jez Grind My Gear says that chocolate thunder. It might be.
Oh man. Oh snap! This is wild, bro. Oh man, this is shout out to SPR. Yo. I'm sorry, SPR, but that thumbnail is wild. That's a little bit. My wife sees that shit, she's gonna be like, "What the f?" Oh man, oh man, I can't have that. I can't have that thumbnail be chasing the algorithm. But shout out to SBR, man. You be looking out. Yo, he has always. He's very. I give you why. That man's creative, bro. Even got the kangaroo. That kangaroo's in fear.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't notice that. And then there's somebody behind the tree. Like, who is that? You see the person behind the tree?
There's somebody behind the tree?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see.
There.
I didn't even notice that. Hold on.
Yeah, right up with J-Dub's shoulder.
Oh, he has a spoiler?
No, what? Over J-Dub's
That's Gaz.
Oh, okay.
Is that Gaz? Bro, I think that's Gaz. Is that Gaz? I think that's Gaz. Is that Gaz? Oh, shit. He got... Yo, that's Gaz. I didn't even notice him. Gaz is out there stalking. Yo, this dude's a trick. Yo, I didn't even notice that. Yo, that shit is wild, bro. Yo, I didn't even notice that. Yo, I'm like, what are you talking about behind the tree? Oh shit, my man put gas in there. Just, my man's out there like, oh man, oh shit. Oh man, that's crazy. That is absolutely wild. That is absolutely wild. Anyway, yeah.
They're saying to turn down. If you can turn your gain down.
Now I'm too loud. Now.
I dropped mine. I dropped. I'm down to 60%. So hopefully we're not too loud.
Yeah, we're done.
Now the Ruham saying I have an echo, but I should not have an. I don't hear an echo.
Do you? I don't hear an echo either.
Yeah, it could be just him. That kangaroo look like it is. That kangaroo look like it got double life.
Okay. All right. Oh man, this is crazy. This is who we. Yo.
You're gonna have to call Peter on that picture.
Yo, when I saw that picture, I'm like, man, that threw off my day. I'm like, wait a minute, this threw me off. I'm like, what? Now I even got gas in the background. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That thumbnail is full of surprises. Yo, that thumbnail is the wildest thumbnail I ever seen. Yo. Yo. Oh,
that's pretty funny. But make sure you all get SPR if you all want thumbnails made, and make sure you tell him we sent you because he's just doing this for fun, and we're laughing because it is fun.
It's good. It is funny. It is absolutely funny.
Yeah.
Yo, Brian is like, this is a lot going on for spring.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. All right, man. But what's up, Craig? Man, how's everything, man? Hopefully the rest of the crew could show up. We'll see. I know everybody's busy. Things are going on, but how you doing, my brother?
Yeah. I'm doing well. Hopefully we hit our spring thaw here in Kentucky because we've been getting brutalized by that cold weather. But yeah, just playing Stellar Blade. I played a little bit of my I played some college football yesterday on my 50-90, and so that was fun. People watching me play that. But yeah, that Stellar Blade is
his 50-90. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 50.
But Stellar Blade is that game's stunning. Like it is just pretty to
Oh, yeah.
look at. Not just her, but just everything is in that PSSR mode or Pro mode, whatever they're calling that. I can't believe how well that game looks. It's wow.
Yeah. The game is
So,
gorgeous. It's a gorgeous
yeah,
looking
it's a
game.
gorgeous game.
Absolutely. And
But
I love
so
the
that's what I'm
gameplay.
playing.
The
Yeah,
gameplay is
I'm not
great.
playing Monster Hunter, and I do recommend everybody. This Dragon Age Veilguard is in plus. You all go check that out. That's a very well played RPG. It's a fun RPG. So this
Okay.
enjoy. Yeah, somebody
So
says that the music is the music is fantastic, and I got Taki mode, Tachi mode. So I got that mode now. So she like Eve grows wings and she has Taki's sword and
well, yeah.
so it's pretty cool. Loving it. Loving it. It's a
Yeah.
really, really,
It's a
really
fantastic
fun
game. It is. It is definitely a fantastic game, man. Shift Up did a phenomenal job with that game.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
coming to PC, man. I think this year.
Yeah,
They're
here
porting the PC
PC
version.
here in a few months.
Yeah, and then they're also working on. They already confirmed they're working on the sequel.
Yeah, as they should. I mean,
Mhm.
but I tell people I didn't understand how she could do everything she does. But when you go to that first level and you find whatever it's called, that Mother Spear, whatever it is, if you
Mhm.
listen to it, it says, okay, everybody's organs have been replaced by these plasma things, and so they can even survive in space without atmosphere. So that's why she's able to do it, and it makes everybody stronger. So
Yeah.
that's why she can do what she did. So,
Mhm.
Mike Johnson said that I wait outside of Micro Center for 2 weeks to cop. I did not. I did not. I got online and I was able to get it, and it's here. And you can go check out my college football gameplay. See, even though they're going to tell you that game's not available on PC, it's available for me. So make sure you all go check that out. I threw 6 interceptions, by the way, because I had been drinking.
That's when I knew your 50-90s a facade when you say you play college
It's
football.
not,
I'm like,
no,
college
it's not a
football's not on
facade. I
PC, dog.
showed it.
It's not on
Yeah,
PC,
I have an
dog.
opening. Yeah, I have it open and everything. So it's there. You can get EA. Somebody said, hold on, who waited for 2 weeks at Micros? I just got kind of saw. I'm reading it now. I'm like, who's dumb enough to do that shit? I mean, I've waited outside for Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out, and maybe it's Spider-Man. So when Spider-Man came out, that's the last time I went to a launch like that. So Jenna, oh no, oh man. Okay,
Why
never
didn't
mind,
mention?
never mind. Yeah, never mind. Okay, all right.
He waited
That's
2 weeks. He camped out for 2 weeks.
yeah. Okay, all
No,
right.
he didn't. He
That
did not camp
no,
out
I
two
mean,
weeks for 50-90.
no. I mean, I bet somebody was smelling, man. I mean, how can you camp out for 2 weeks?
My man's
No,
shitting on
I
himself.
can't. I don't. What do they do? Waiting. Remember that
I
one
don't
guy
know.
that you all see when the PS5s were coming out?
Mhm.
Somebody put a bed outside of a GameStop. They put a bed out there. And like, it was so ridiculous. I couldn't even ask him to leave because they were like,
That's
okay, this
funny.
is so ridiculous. We just stay.
That's funny. That's funny.
Nah,
Um,
nobody. I wouldn't. All right, look, you all can believe what you want. Like I said before, we're going to get into the whole not pulling no punches tonight. But yeah, I just come on. Y'all have to really think about it. So somebody is telling you they didn't wash their ass for 2 weeks. That's what somebody's saying to you. Come on, guys.
mm,
Come on. I
I
like
mean,
I like a good troll as well as everybody else, but
yeah.
that's a troll. Come
Yeah.
on.
I never camped out for that. I done hours, like midnight launch. I waited a couple of hours, but I never done something where like the day before and I waited a whole day. Fuck no. For anything, never done that. Never waited like a day or two or some weird shit like that. Mine's always been like a couple of hours, and if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But two
Yeah,
weeks
that's the way I am. But
for
again, to Michael
yo, you're wasting
Pierre,
your life. Like it's not just.
yeah.
It's not just. I mean, that's like you wasting literally days of your life just
Yeah, well,
sitting
to
there
somebody in the chat, yeah, Michael
for
Pierre
what?
is saying that we're talking
For a
about
GPU?
Marlon. Like, no, we're not. Yeah, we're not. I mean, if you all believe he was out there for 2 weeks, then that's fine. That's not talking down on nobody. I mean, like I said, if you all want to believe it, that's fine.
No, it's not true. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, if it's true, that's fine. But
Yeah.
I'm choosing not to believe that because what somebody is saying is that they didn't wash their ass for 2 weeks. Now
Oh,
I
there's
don't
people who done
believe
that.
that.
There's people who
Yeah,
done
I
that,
mean
like for
that's true
iPhones,
too.
and there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So again, if you all believe it, I'm not talking down on it. I mean, yeah, I think that's BS. But if you want to believe it, that's fine. That's fine.
I've
So
done a couple of
I mean,
hours, but never like
yeah.
a day or two. Or no, can't. That's like wasting your life for a
Yeah.
product.
Well, he said he's talking about the chat. Well, the chat has a right to their opinion as well. So it's okay to disagree with what they're saying, but it's not like they're running him into the ground. They just if they believe him, they believe him. That's if you believe him, you believe him. But we're just saying, me and Puerto Rock are saying, okay, well, you all going to take that with a grain of salt. So yeah, and like somebody said, he bathes every day. Yeah, I mean, what you're being told is somebody didn't wash their ass for 2 weeks, and that's okay. If you want to believe it, that's fine. So,
Mm.
so,
All right.
but yeah, we got some things here to talk about.
All
I didn't
right.
know any layoffs happened. What is
Oh yeah.
this? I
Let
didn't
me
see any
ask.
layoffs. But again, I've
Yeah.
been playing Stella Blade. Yeah, I've been playing
Okay.
Stella Blade.
So let me put up on the screen. We'll kick it off.
Yeah.
We'll stage right here. PlayStation hit with more layoffs following recent game cancellations. This was published
Okay.
4 hours ago. It says Sony PlayStation
Oh,
Visual Arts team faces fresh cuts as the company continues reorganizing. The
yeah.
PlayStation owned studio Visual Arts was hit with fresh layoffs this week amid a further restructuring of Sony's US game development operations. While some of the cuts included staff who had contributed to recently canceled projects, like an upcoming live service game at Bend Studio, a source told Cockatoo the layoffs were more widespread than that. Earlier this
Oh,
week,
that's terrible.
an unknown number of staff at the visual arts group based out of San Diego were informed that their last day at Sony would be March 7th. The team provides internal art and technical support to first party PlayStation studios and worked closely with Naughty Dog on the recent Last of Us Part 1 and 2 remasters, among other projects. Sony did not immediately respond to a request for comment. It was tough waking up to messages that many friends and former coworkers from PSVA were laid off this morning. Former PSVA project manager Abby Lamasta, now at Riot Games, posted on LinkedIn on Monday. The layoffs today hit hard. PSVA let go of developers with decades of subject matter expertise, talent that will be extraordinarily difficult to recoup. This industry can be unpredictable, but the skill, experience, and passion of the people I work with at PSVA are undeniable. The layoffs come after an expensive failure in last year's Concord, new rounds of live service projects cancellation, including a reported God of War spinoff at Bluepoint Games, and a reorganization within the top echelons of Sony leadership. In January, Hiroki Totoki became the company's new CEO, and Hideki Nishino became the sole CEO of PlayStation, while Herman Holtz, who had previously been co-CEO, reporting to him as the ongoing head of PlayStation Studios. The latest cuts at the PlayStation Studio Visual Arts Group follow an emerging trend of game companies pulling back development resources from expensive US based offices. Last year, during a business briefing, Hull said there had been we focus on the sustainability of our investments in these titles, he said at the time. We include areas such as looking at what can be outsourced, for example, to avoid too high peak resource on development teams because costs can be sticky. We're looking at co-development options in areas where cost per resource is maybe somewhat lower than the average or on the American West Coast. So yeah, another layoff cut with these guys. Hmm.
Yeah, it's. I mean, my understanding is that the market they overhired during the pandemic. Now they're getting back to the number they need, but it's unfortunate. I mean, I hate people getting laid off. That is terrible, and certainly hope they can all land on their feet. Yeah, that's a terrible message. You walk in and there's an email and it says, you're the seventh will be your last day. Meet with HR to transition, and I mean, because people lose their health care, they lose a whole lot of stuff when you get laid off. So it's unfortunate.
Okay. All right.
But
Hey,
it's a reality of life.
So we got a couple of people showed up. Oh man, we got a packed house now. We got Extreme up in here.
Yo, what's up, people? What's up?
Yo, you saw that thumbnail? That shit was wild.
Yo, which thumbnail?
Oh, you didn't see it? Yeah, it's not going up.
Oh,
No. Wait, are you talking
You gotta
about the one with the breakdancer?
No,
no, it's a new one.
It's you cuddling with a kangaroo now.
Oh, what? Nah, hold on. Wait. Where's the thumbnail?
You gotta rewind it. Oh no, I didn't put it up.
Yeah. The name of the thumbnail is "You're a Pretty
No,
Man."
it isn't up on the thing. I see the class of 2025. That's what I see.
Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with. You got to see the like rewind the episode, like rewind the
Wait, today the podcast today?
Right now, as you're looking at it
Alright,
right now,
hold
rewind
on.
it a little bit. Go on, you'll see it.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I take the kangaroo over J-Dub. I don't know what's going on in that situation.
I don't know. Yeah, that's you see the finger locking.
That one is.
He even got that down. Me and Jay the
Oh shit!
interlock. Yeah,
Oh.
that's too detailed.
Oh shit!
That's way.
That is
man.
that is slightly hot actually. That is slightly arousing.
And then look in the background. Look behind the tree. Greg caught this.
What?
Yeah,
Who's that?
That's Gaz. Gaz is
Oh, what? No, that's
just-
cool. Hey, that's
There's just
cool.
a
You know
lot of
what?
Stuff on that.
Wait,
picture.
hold on. Where's
one image.
February? Are we rewinding February? Because this would be perfect for Valentine's Day.
Nah,
That would have been, yeah.
That thing
true,
that's just a lot to take.
Listen,
in. That thumbnail is
Fodor,
full of.
no wonder we never see your legs. That shows. Don't show Alex that. Don't show Alex that.
No, nah, man. No,
He's gonna do a lot more than show his nipples to you. That's crazy.
Oh,
Don't show that to Alex.
Man, this is
Don't
bad,
do
bro.
that.
Oh
Don't do
man,
This podcast went left, boy. Wow.
Wait. What do you
This
mean
should
one
be-
left? I came in innocent. I came in
this
from
shit-
another hemisphere, and you
this
tell me rewind the tapes.
This shit
I'm just commenting on what I see.
this shit should be hosted on Grindr at this rate. Like, golly, what's going on
Listen,
here, bro?
man.
Oh,
Listen.
Like,
There's some
bro.
connection there too.
Listen,
like
this is- yeah,
I
this
never
is-
thought about J-Dub and you together, but now your wife is
Nah,
no competition.
You can stop thinking that. You know what I'm saying? You can go back to your Adidas, all right? Adidas. Let's just keep it there.
Hey, listen.
Like,
The
bro.
trade agreement was signed. Okay.
Not
It's- how
after the
you
whole
gonna get-
school shooting shit you brought up. That
Hey,
shit nullified
listen.
it.
Make it past time. What do you want me to do?
That thing was bad. I was like, whoa. Yo, this is that thumbnail is a lot to take in. There's just so much.
Yo,
For y'all, how
Yeah,
so much
literally.
How can one
You
picture
know-
contain so much? You know what I mean? Like,
here's the
it's
thing,
a
though.
lot.
I feel like Craig got left out. I feel like he should be doing something a lot more than that.
That's
Well, I
the
am.
funny part. He's the most number
Yeah.
one there. The
Exactly,
freakiest dude-
that's-
the freakiest dude out of the team, and he's the one that's average. Like, how does
Yeah,
that work?
average is bad.
That's-
Average is
yeah.
best.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there.
Like,
That
he's
is
he's just chilling there, like normal. The
Listen.
freakiest dude is the one that's acting normal. Man, that gift is just a lot. It's just a lot
yeah.
to take in.
That is
This is
we
way too
need to
much
save that for
information.
like the next Valentine's Day or
Nah, that thing is
you know.
that's staying locked in a vault. That's
yeah. We're putting that back. We're forgetting that one.
Yeah, we could throw away the key. Man.
All right. There we go. Throwing away the key. All right. Cool.
Ramon, what's going on?
yo, what's happening?
What's happening, brother? Is that a 5080 you got there? And you're getting now? You upgraded to the 5080 or we skipping?
Oh no, I'm not foolish. Man, when
It's like, yeah, we're gonna skip this. We're gonna stick. You got the
Anytime-
40 Super.
oh yeah, man. Anytime I listen to my intuition, I always end up on top. And the best thing I could have ever done was got what I got for $100 off, and then watch everything burn down afterwards. So it's
Oh,
been
man.
glorious for me.
Wow, man. And you got it before the trade tariff war between the U.S. and,
Yeah.
and Canada.
Well, that wouldn't have affected me because China isn't Canada isn't imposing tariffs on
Oh,
China.
yeah.
So.
Yo, this is wild, man. Yeah.
That's true.
Listen, just become the 51st state so we can get over this shit.
Yo, man, when he said that shit, like, man, we was all up here punching air. It's like, how dare that Florida orange motherfucker?
Like, golly.
Oh,
just
man.
Get it over with, man. Just
All I'm saying is I just gotta go back to London Drugs to take another official photo
Oh,
and then
man.
send it in for my paperwork, and then I should have my citizenship before summer.
Oh, my man's converted. He's like, yo, I gotta. He said, I'm getting my citizenship. I ain't going back. He's like, no. Oh shit. Oh, you well, man. But thanks for being here, man. I'm glad you showed up, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And shout out to your one-on-ones on what is it, Fridays or Saturdays?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, it's Fridays. It's Fridays. Well,
Yeah, I love those, man. I love those.
Most of the time I try to have it on Fridays, right? But I got an
Yeah.
announcement for the next guest. But before that, we got the judge. What's going on, Brain?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm just up here. I was looking at that crazy ass GIF. I'm glad I'm not in none of those pictures, dog. Like,
Yo, you know what? We need an image of you because you missing out on the fun. You part of the team, so you're gonna get this work.
Man, if it's part of the fun, I don't want no fun.
No,
Nah.
you know, the Snoop Dogg album. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Nope. Nope.
We're gonna get you, and I have photos of you in the video, so we're gonna go back in the archives, especially when you were yelling at the chat. Yeah, so we're gonna work with that.
Between the bestiality and the and you.
Hey,
and
whoa! Bestiality. You don't
hands.
know. That's a platonic relationship. That is a platonic relationship. What do you mean bestiality?
Yo, I'm good.
Yo,
Hey,
but look at the kangaroo's face. That motherfucker has fear, bro. Right now,
Listen-
yo, blink,
oh my God.
blink twice if you're in danger. That dude is scared.
Hey, listen.
He gotta call the police look. He gotta call the police look on him.
he's like, call Peter, please.
This is how you people receive me, and then when I talk about your American passports, you want to get mad at me.
Yeah, but we need the kids out of it. You know, don't talk about the kids.
All right, fine. A concert? What are we shooting up next? A synagogue.
Shit.
That's it.
Okay. Listen, listen, Jews rule the world, so I don't know if you want to go there. Hey, good luck to you.
Hey, listen, man.
Oh, that's that bestiality. He's like, whoa, hold on, it's
What
consensual.
the fuck? Why? I didn't say it was. I said it was platonic. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Consensual. It's still
Yeah, make sure you
bestiality.
correct that real quick.
I didn't say
What the
consensual,
fuck?
I said platonic.
Hey,
Man.
that's Steve.
SPR,
Okay,
bro.
that's
You
Steve.
really-
That's
you
Steve the
fucked us up.
kangaroo.
SPR
Jesus
fuck-
Christ.
Yo, he fucked us
What
up,
the
bro.
fuck, man?
He really fucked us up this podcast, bro. That gift just railroaded everything, man. Like, bro. Yo, that shit is wow. All right, Brad, what's going on, my brother? So
that's man, ain't much, man. Just you know how you just feel. Well, I feel. What's the word I'm looking for? I feel exhausted, and I'm up in the air whether or not if I want to take a day off tomorrow, man, just to
absolutely,
just to get my bearings together. That's about
always
it.
take a day off. Always take a mental health day. You know, you feel tired. You know, take a day off. Sleep in a little bit later. You know, be lazy. Sometimes you just want to unplug. Don't even go on social media. Don't even pick up the phone. Just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, don't even think. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
try.
that feels good, man. You know, all
I
right.
try.
But definitely, my brother, man. Yeah, all right. But I'm glad you're here, my brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So I don't know how much you heard. I don't know how, because I was reading. Oh shit, Jim Harrison kicking off with the super chats. Thank you so much, my brother. He says, "Sorry I jumped in late, brothers. Been gaming, boys. Good to see y'all. Much love." You know what? I'm kind of glad you jumped in late, because don't rewind. Just don't rewind the show. Just just skip
Don't
it.
go
Don't
back.
worry about it. You ain't got.
We're going to edit that part out.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have to. Don't worry
We're
about
gonna
what
edit
happened the
that
last
out.
20 minutes. You're good. It's better
You're
off
good.
that you don't. Right? Like, we're good. Just move forward.
Don't go back. Move
Go
forward.
Move forward. Don't rewind. Just move forward.
You
You're
can't
good.
drive while looking at the rear view. Okay, just move forward.
There you go. You're good. Don't even worry about what happened the last 20 minutes. You ain't gotta worry about that. We're gonna keep this pushing, right? So I don't know how much have you heard when I was talking about the layoffs. So Visual Art Studios, PlayStation, yeah, they laid off some people that were doing some projects and stuff like that. What I was wondering is, oh yeah, so please, I like to hear theories.
All right, so my theory is this: it's that they're saying it was because of Concord and the changes from from one CEO to another with Hiroki Totoki taking over. My theory is this: because of the tariffs that are going into effect, and Sony is a public company, and they still got to hit the bottom line as far as hitting their shareholders and investors, being profitable. I think they're just taking doing like any other corporation, whereas it has to, in order to still show that they're still profitable, they're just laying off people. To me, that's all that comes down to. That's my theory.
Okay.
Because really, because we all know that Concord was a total flop. I think that was probably like one of the worst flops in recent gaming history, if not in all of gaming history for a while.
That is true.
And if it was really that so much of a flop, people should have been fired immediately after it became a flop, because it was just such a colossal failure.
Well, they shut down the studio.
Yeah. Well, I take my words back. I eat those words.
They did. They shut down the studio. They said ejecto, cuz they said.
Yeah.
And was Herman Holtz was that like a brainchild of his?
Nah. So apparently it was Yoshida who first recognized it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that means Jim Ryan didn't even last. We can't even give him credit for that. What the fuck did he do?
Exactly. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's right. He didn't do that shit.
And
that was bad. Yo.
And this will be my last point on this.
Listen,
well,
Yoshida, they got a war, so it's even Steven. It nullifies.
Do you know what Jim Ryan did? He bought Bungie and he saved Naughty Dog. Damn right.
Shit, there you go.
Damn right. 100% worth it.
There you go. That's
Best
it.
CEO we've had.
And here's my
go on, Bray.
and here's my last point is this as well too, because of it's funny. Part of the reason why I feel a little bit down is because of I was trying to figure out what to do with my IRA because I watched the stock market. And somebody in the chat already said it, but because on one side, so from a corporate perspective, you got people losing their jobs, or rather, from a Sony perspective, you got people losing their jobs, and then of course from a federal government perspective, you got people losing their jobs, and with these tariffs, and with people, just not wanting to, boycott or not spend as much, I think it's going to be, unfortunately, people losing their jobs all over the place, regardless if it's, because of some tariff or trade wars, or if there are some legitimate reasons. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be more. And I don't want to get too what's the word I'm looking for? Not mundane, but too bleak. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's all across
the forecast not looking good.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Hey, listen, man. The Orange Tempest is in office. Can I just say, in about 6 months, America's going to be ready for business, okay? Because your motherfucker's economy was going down in real time as the man was speaking. Every time he speaks, the economy goes down. Hey, listen, that American dollar is about to be real affordable. Those wages for international companies, they're going to treat you like the new China. They're going to come back in. They're going to give you jobs because you're about to be affordable. You're about to be real affordable. Don't worry. Hey, you get them jobs back. Hey, that's the good thing. That's a good thing. You get them all back. You might even get your manufacturing back. Listen, China might start hiring you to make their clothes. That's what I'm saying. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. You're about to get them jobs.
Well, unfortunately, here in America,
hey, relax.
They're gonna have clothes made in the USA. Motherfucker.
People are gonna be like, "Why is it such low quality? Ew, cheap labor."
Mango.
That's because we got a bunch of Homer Simpsons here, and what I mean by that is people that barely do the bare minimum. That's what I mean. People that do the bare minimum. That's the American way.
Listen, the American way is founded on bare minimum.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure there were more than just 4 founding fathers, but y'all couldn't be bothered with like the 11 of them. You were like, hey, 4 will do.
There's only so much mountain, right? There's only so much
just
mountain.
Like, hey, right? How much are we gonna make? Hey, man, just do the bare minimum. Put 4 up there. We'll call it a day.
There's only so much mountain. All right, we got all right. We don't got the Himalayas here in North America. All right.
They were like, hey, should we go? Go ahead.
What do you think? I know
Yes, sir.
you haven't been here. So, what's your thoughts, man, about the layoffs? What are your feelings about this?
Man, it honestly, like I feel like we're at a fork in the road between um a crash and a correction. I don't believe a crash is. I believe a crash is less likely to happen, though it is a
Mhm.
possibility. I think there's a lot of course correction going on. Oh, you talking about PlayStation specifically? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
Um.
my man's still with the trade war. My man's still like,
Oh no! I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about the layoffs in general, and then
yeah,
it just hit
well,
me. You were
layoffs.
talking about
Yeah, but I mean,
PlayStation.
if you could tie it in, if you want to tie it in, however you want to attack it.
Well, I feel like the PlayStation layoffs aren't the same as the industry. What's going on with the industry? PlayStation is in a different kind of course correction. Um, I feel like Microsoft, I'm pointedly not saying Xbox, buying up all these studios kind of put them in a made them do things they normally wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen and my hope is that it was kind of a reinforcement of what they've been doing is the way it should be done, because all of the relation, they're, well, not all, because nothing is 100%, but most of the relationships they've nurtured before acquisition have turned out well because they had that rapport first and they knew the studios fit into the PlayStation culture and so forth. Whereas these kind of, oh, we better get it before Microsoft does purchases have not turned out well. I mean, I don't think we've seen one turn out well yet. We have yet to see how Haven's game, how that's going to shake out. So I think they're in the middle of course correcting in terms of, like, maybe perhaps reallocating their resources and kind of, turning the ship away from Jim Ryan jumping in with both feet with 65 live service games and two single player games. Like, those single players are coming. But look at all this live service. So um my hope is that them, seeing all of this, they're like, okay, the way we've been doing it works. We never should have been rushing to acquire this, that, and the third. And then also the whole chasing trends thing. If you're chasing the trend, you're already behind the eight ball. So I'm hoping, I'm really, I hate to see all the layoffs and everything. That's obviously a terrible thing. And I feel like that's all symptomatic of these poor decisions that they've made recently. As far as tying it into the industry, like, I think it's a separate thing, because the industry, there was a lot of short sightedness going on with that. I mean, I think Craig mentioned it earlier, but, how do you fire up all of the furnaces and then dial it up to 15 and not realize that the reason why the gaming industry took off to the moon is because it's an industry that thrives with you being at home. So of course everybody's going to jump into gaming, because what else are they going to do? They're bored. So, like, it should have been, you would think it would be obvious that they'd be like, okay, this is great, but let's go ahead and put all that in the coffers and, continue business as usual, except for trying to meet whatever demand they had to meet in terms of whatever games they already had going that required maintenance, like games, like, that have a live service element but not necessarily full on live service. So I mean, that to me, that just seems like a lot of short-sightedness in the industry, but I feel like it's a different form of what PlayStation is doing, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
I mean, I think that comes from being a public company, right? Because during the pandemic,
Yeah,
a lot of like
yeah.
the venture capitalists, a lot of the big investors, they came in with a lot of excitement, a whole lot of money. And the last thing a person with a whole lot of money that gives you a lot of money wants you to do is just nothing. They want to see you using that money, even if it's just for show. And I think that at the end of the day, it hurts people. It hurts people's jobs and livelihoods, and that's the part that is sad. But imagine that you had a coffee shop and the person is like, "Hey, listen, I like your little mom and pop store. I like your vibe. I'm gonna give you $10 million." And then you're like, "Cool," and you put it in the bank, and then you just keep on business as usual. He's gonna be like, "Hey, what are you doing? I want to see you opening new stores. I want to see you doing this. I want to see you doing that." As a private owner, you don't have to. but as a public-facing company, unfortunately, you have to succumb to those whims. So
Okay, and you actually reminded me of that, so thank you. I totally forgot about that element, and it actually reminds me of why I cringed so freaking hard when Shift Up went public. It may work out for them, but the minute they said they were going to do
an
IPO and they were
IPO,
going
yeah,
public, I was just like, son of a bitch. Like, I mean, it might go well, but anytime you start involving investors and everything like that, like there's no understanding or comprehension of the industry. They're just, how much more money are you going to make me, and then
yeah,
that's why we're in the situation we're in right now, is because investors and everybody, they expect infinite growth. Nothing is like, even the universe isn't infinite. Like, there's a limit to everything. Like, so the this expectation of, like, infinite growth by X percentage or whatever, like, it's the cause of the problems that it's or at least one of the causes of the problems that we're in right now. So, I just, anytime I just see, a company go public, or when we see these bunglings that we've been seeing, a lot of it is symptomatic of public traded companies. So yeah, thank you for reminding me that, because I totally forgot, that it's the insatiable appetite of investors that kind of got us into this whole thing.
yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like, people need to, and it's not going to happen because this is me being naive, but people need to kind of have different expectations on growth, because you just can't keep growing constantly.
Listen, man, I think that any wealthy company, like, any company that really succeeds through, IPOs and everything, I think they need to go back into private, man. I think you need to do that to expand your business.
And I
And
agree
then as soon as you
100%.
can, you need to get back to private, because this whole chasing quarter after quarter, like you said, infinite growth on a finite world, it's disgusting. And this is what it leads to. It means that the people that are in charge are not really in charge. And then the people that are really in
Yeah,
charge do not give a fuck about the business. They don't give a fuck
exactly.
about the people, the employees, the product, the clients. They don't give a fuck about any of it other than make this balance sheet look bigger so that my yacht fund can be bigger than the other person's yacht fund, because we are so depravedly rich that all we care about are these nonsensical things. It's funny because it's like you attain wealth and then you act like a poor person trying to keep up with the Joneses, because
Exactly.
your private jet must be much more luxurious than the other person's private jet.
And you know what? It leads to behavior similar to locusts. Come in, drain it dry, and then move on. It's like, oh man,
Hmm.
the gaming industry is crashing. Be like, oh shit, well, let me pull out all my money. All right, I got all my money out. So what's next? It's like,
Yep.
no, like, not a care in the world. Just pull your money out, put it somewhere else. We drain that well dry. That's all over. Let's move on. Meanwhile, you got lives that have just been completely upended. And that's, taking us, the consumer, out of it for a second, because we don't work in the industry. So the only ill effects we'll experience is not getting new games. But the people who serve us those games, now they're fucked. And it's because of these greedy ass investors who are just like, I don't give a fuck about all that. What's the percentage up this month, or this quarter, I should say? So
Hey, you know what? To you and M's point, Ramon, the opposite end of that is private equity, and honestly, I don't know which one is worse between being beholden to private equity or being beholden to public. And I say that from 2 points of view. Number one, with of course, with public, you got to answer to the shareholders, and of course the shareholders, to M's point, is say, or to your point, I forget who said it. It's about just making as much money as much as possible on a quarter by quarter basis. And then also, you got to balance that with a bunch of regulations. For example, if you're a publicly owned company, you are one of the regulation, not regulations, excuse me, one of the regulatory bodies that you're subject to is the SEC. And of course, we all know what goes on with the SEC. But then on the other hand, when it comes down to being a private company, depending on how good your company is or how solvent it really is, your company may be able to stand on its own. But if it can't, it's worried about private equity. And when I say private equity is not that good, because they literally are shareholders from a non-public perspective, whereas they and they'll invest in you know what, investment is the wrong word. They'll buy the company for as cheap as possible, but they do not put any resources in. And then of course, It's like, all right, you don't want to put any resources in, but you expect, but you still expect the company to be profitable. And once the company is profitable, then that company is then sold to the next private equity. So to me, I think what we're hitting on goes into the bigger picture of how of just capitalism. And I don't want to make this a conversation as far as capitalism bad because it's all greed, which it is. Well, capitalism is based on greed, but it's unfortunately to me, it's the American way.
Sitting Grand Theft Auto 5 told him to go to school. He can learn how to rip people off, and it's legal. It's called capitalism. It was funny when he said it, but it was capitalism. Yeah, you can rip people off, and it's legal.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Mm. Interesting. Now, do you think kind of like what Ramon, rewriting the ship? Do you think the live service strategy was a huge part of that, trying to rewrite the direction? Do you think the aggressiveness of Sony's live service strategy is was a core part of that?
Well, I'm in Imp's corner on this one. They're allowed to try to do new things. I mean, yes, Concord did not work out. Helldivers did. MLB The Show works out. Gran Turismo worked out. So, I mean, again, it's not that there aren't other games out there. I know that I have to give. I'm not a big online player, but Marathon sounds interesting, and I'm interested in seeing what Jay Raymond's game is about. I mean, those are the next two I know that are coming, and it's kind of like, okay, well, let me see exactly what these games are going to be. But the problem with these games is that they haven't changed since 1995. Like, you're still doing the same things. We played these type of games in 95. It was just Ghost Recon. And all we did was run around in a village and shoot and play flag capture. And it was fun in 1995, but this is 30 years later, and I'm like, you all are still doing the same thing. Nothing has really changed. So, but Arma, I don't know if people on this panel know about Arma.
You mean like 2005, right? Not 95. We didn't have
95, 96. Yeah, we were playing... Well, we were playing. It was called Rainbow Six or Ghost Recon. It was something like
that.
Not
in 95.
It was
dude. 1995. Did we even have online gaming?
No,
not
in 95.
No, I mean, was there even an Ethernet cord in 95?
I think he's confusing 2005.
No, I mean,
there was no online gaming in 2005, Craig, or in 1995.
I'm pretty sure I sat there and played X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and that was online. You all can just look it up.
What else you were playing?
What
else you were playing?
On a 56K.
Maybe on a computer, like a PC, like Doom.
Yeah, that's what we were playing. Yeah, I wasn't talking about the console.
But not Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six.
I think it was Ghost Recon or Rainbow Six.
No, Ghost Recon. Was Ubisoft even around?
It may not have been under them at the time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think you're confusing 2005 with 95.
No, it wasn't. No, I wasn't.
For Ghost Recon, most definitely.
No,
I was 1 year out of high school in 1995.
I was playing Ghost Recon on the PS2.
Okay, here is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 1998 PC gameplay. Rainbow Six.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, we've been playing.
I thought we were talking about console. I didn't think. I thought.
No.
Because P-Rock asked about the online component on PlayStation being part of the difficulty, so that's why we thought you were talking about PlayStation.
No, they a lot. Yeah, and we've been playing Diablo and all those games since the 90s. But my point is that they haven't changed. You all are still, the people now you're still doing the same thing. They fundamentally haven't changed. I think that's part of the issue. And that's why Helldivers I think has done well. It's just, you're still doing a lot of the same things, but it's just, they do it differently. Because the other game that just came out, it was VR, Starship Troopers, that's struggling. That doesn't mean it won't catch on, but Armor, it's an Armor 3 or Armor, whatever it's called, Reforge, that seems to have found an audience on PlayStation. So it's just a matter of, you got to be good and lucky, and this is why they were good with Helldivers and they were not good with Concord. To me, when I play Concord, I'm like, well, this is just like Overwatch. So that's what it felt like I was playing.
I said that plenty times. I said that.
Can you repeat the question for me, P-Rock?
Well, I forgot what the question was.
Okay.
No, I think it was just a general thought. But no, live
The
service.
question, the question was about the live service.
Do you think Sony's aggressive strategy for live service is part of that, like resetting yourself? Like, okay, wait a minute, all right, we kind of fucked up here. We kind of went too much, so we're gonna throttle that back a little bit, and I guess potentially shut some projects down. And obviously, if you shut projects down, you have two choices to do with the people. You either put them onto new projects, or if you hire them for a specific thing and you're not doing that specific thing anymore, they gotta
Then
go.
they let them go. Yeah.
They gotta go.
Yeah. I think they're kind of resetting. I think they're kind of resetting. Like, there's no problem with trying to trying your hand at live service. I mean, you got to try new things. That's never, in my opinion anyway, that's never been the problem. And they even partially did it right by creating teams or buying teams that are already doing that. But then they just, Jim went a little bit too far. Like, the I mean, we've beaten the Last of Us factions 2 thing to death. I mean, if at the very worst case scenario, they could have just dropped the game and let everybody buy it anyway instead of just scrapping it. So I will never understand. And I mean, we don't have all the information, so there could be a very valid reason. But from the outside looking in, I cannot think of a scenario as to why they would have canned the game instead of just put it out as is. And then the Concord thing. Everybody knows what happened with that. So I think
Naughty Dog answered that. Naughty Dog said they were going to have to support that game.
I understand that. I understand that.
They could have made Intergalactic, so they decided not to do the online game. That was it. That is their reasoning. They couldn't do both. They didn't have the personnel to do both. That's
So
why
I think
that's why they didn't get it.
So I think they're just pulling back. Like, and, obviously the 12 was way too aggressive. So, hopefully they're pulling back to like a handful. You know what I mean? Like, 3 or 4 or something like that at most.
Like what I have now, Marathon, like Bungie.
Yeah, all
Fair
that's left is
Games, like
Marathon
David
and Fair
Studio,
Games.
and I think one more studio, right? What's the other one? Fair Games, Marathon. I think there's one more.
I think there is 2. I just can't think of what it
There's
is.
2 more, something like that. Yeah, I know they did a splinter. I think they splintered off Bungie, and I think there's one more. And that thing, keep it, keep it. Don't go too hard, but I think they don't have a choice. I think they had to throttle back.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing I know people keep bringing up, like you brought up MLB, Gran Turismo, but to me, those are established franchises that over time became popular, and they were naturally multiplayer centric. From the couch,
that's fair enough. That's
but
fair
this
enough.
new strategy of trying to carve out brand.
Oh, now they have Forza. Now they have Forza.
Oh my god, this guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Oh.
I don't disagree with you.
Where's J Dope? I just think they went too. And I remember Extreme. Extreme, you did bring up a point that they didn't have time to do it the way they did it with the single player, where you can slowly grow into this. They had to do like a crash course. And I think I think that was a gamble. I think I kind of agree. They say, you know what? We're way behind the curve, so we're just gonna go all out. We're gonna shoot our shot.
Yep.
And it just failed. It just miserably.
And again, when you see all the investors coming with money and they're like, "Hey, listen," because even Shuhei said that repeatedly that they gave Jim a budget that they never gave him. They didn't just say like, "Hey, go and make this thing happen." They were like, "Here's all of this money. Use this money to make this thing happen." And another thing that you've brought up is why wasn't the budget more balanced? I do think that these investors, when they were coming in, they were not coming in to create us another God of War franchise. They were looking at it going like, "Hey, we need you to create a Fortnite. So this money we're giving you, this is for something that can create a Fortnite. This isn't for something that's going to create a fucking Detroit Become Human." And so I don't think that Jim could have been like, "Okay, yeah, let me balance the sheet so that this money can be used for some of that as well." And I think that's another thing that people talk a lot about Nintendo, and what people don't realize is that Nintendo's biggest success is that they are actually the boss of the company. Exactly.
Their shareholders are the
absolutely
exactly,
and they are dialed into their audience, and that's why they're where they are.
That is the biggest strength. The actual shareholders are the developers and the people
Yeah.
that know games.
Agreed.
So
Exactly.
Yep.
you know,
And
So
they're
they
and they're
are
dialed in.
actually the own boss, and there's no other corporate mega structure above them. PlayStation isn't Sony.
yeah,
PlayStation is part of Sony.
yeah.
So PlayStation CEOs report to Sony corporate. So yeah, a PlayStation CEO could want to make the best thing happen for PlayStation,
But
but
not
if
with
it
Sony.
doesn't happen to line up with Sony's overall corporate
Mm.
strategy for whatever reason, it's like okay, you're not getting there. Whereas you look at Nintendo
That
and
is
they
the
are
company.
Nintendo. That's who they are. It's like, hey, we are all in on this. If this is a success like the Wii, great. If it's a failure like the Wii U, oh well, but we're rolling back our sleeves and we're gonna go back at this again because there's nowhere else to go.
Because they are
And
game.
then that's how
Yeah,
you come up with the Switch.
yeah.
You
Nintendo
know?
is a gaming company. PlayStation is
Yeah,
a gaming division of an electronics
exactly.
company. Yeah. So they do
Yeah.
have that advantage and stuff like that. All right.
So that's one thing that we must appreciate about Nintendo. That is what gives them a lot of leeway to just be that really great direction or that really great standard bearer for the gaming industry, and in what they are able to deliver to the client. Of course, they have their practices that are a bit annoying for the consumer, but you know we can say that they are probably the best example of a gaming mega corporation that is actually aligned with like the betterment of the gaming medium.
If I remember correctly, Nintendo execs took a pay cut so that way they could
Yeah.
Mhm.
keep their developers. Am I
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
says right
a
here.
famous
That was in
example.
2013. It said, yeah, Nintendo execs cut salaries. In 2013, Nintendo top executives took temporary pay cuts to address a significant drop in profits following the disappointing sales of the Wii U console. President Satoru Iwata took a 50% pay cut, and other executives reduced their salaries by 20% to 30%. So Toru Iwata's decision to have his salary was seen as a way to prevent layoffs and maintain employee morale during financial times. He stated, if we reduce the number of employees for better short-term financial results, employee morale will decrease. I sincerely doubt employees who fear that they may be laid off will be able to develop software tests that could impress people around the world. This move was not just a symbolic gesture, it was also a strategic decision aimed at preserving the company's long-term health by keeping its workforce intact. In a broader context, some argue that such actions by CEOs can help mitigate the impact of economic downturns on employees and the company's overall performance. However, it is important to note that while pay cuts can be a positive step, they do not always prevent layoffs, especially in industries facing severe financial pressure. But still, man, that I remember that they 50%. Satoru says, "Nah, take half my salary and everybody else, all the top dogs, 20 to 30%, because it's true. I mean, these guys are the big execs, but at the end of the day, it's the developers that make the great games. But the thing is,
Yep.
Nintendo is a game company. If they can't do that, then they can't do
Yep.
nothing. So that's kind
And
of like
another thing is that I don't think that Japanese CEOs' salaries and executive salaries are as inflated as American CEOs have become. Because listen, Satya could take a 50% pay cut and never see a change, like not even a shadow of a shadow of a shadow of a change in his grandchildren's life. Like that,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
thing. And yet you have Japanese CEOs that have they're still probably millionaires, but probably in the tune of less than 10 million a year,
yeah.
not in the tune of like, something approaching hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, for certain American based CEOs. So, yeah, a 50% there actually means something when your salary is, relatively modest compared to other CEOs.
All right, okay. All right, okay. So we'll see, man. But it's a shame. Sad, layoffs. But I'm thinking it's a combination of kind of like Ramon said. It's they're trying to reset themselves. But since the brain mentioned a little bit about tariffs, let's add this to the topic real quick. So Daniel Ahmed, he touched on the topic of the potential impact of Trump's 25% tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and 20% on China. And it says now in effect. So Daniel said, Zui said, reminder, 20% China tariffs impacts video game consoles, smartphones, laptops, etc. 25% tariffs on Mexico impacts physical video games. China is where most hardware continue to be manufactured. Same for Mexico with discs. Despite mitigation efforts, U.S. gamers will pay more. He further said the current mitigation efforts primarily revolves around shifting manufacturing to Southeast Asia, which some companies have already been doing. It means the situation isn't as bad as the original proposed tariffs on consoles back in 2019, but will still have an impact. Also worth noting that this will apply to computer parts, including GPUs. Here's what Newegg said last month about the 10% tariff, which are now 20%. I guess there's an article talking about tariff rights, but man, it's just, man, I wonder what's, I mean, if people are saying the video game industry is tough, and America is one of the larger markets, right? I guess we're just gonna have to see how this turns out. But imagine if this is used as an opportunity to raise the prices of games. Like, for example, he mentioned physical discs, right? A lot of them is manufactured in Mexico. So if the disc price raised, then the game prices, right? There was a comment I read, I think it was in that thread, I shouldn't have closed it, but they mentioned, is digital games gonna be raised? Zuhe answer said no, because that really is not impacted by tariffs. But I will say companies will be slick. Because if you have to raise the price of the disc-based game because the tariff for the disc goes up, so let's say games are $80, they're going to make it all $80 to include the digital. They're not going to say, well, the physical is 80, but the digital stays 60. They're not going to do that. They're going to all lump it up as, they're going to use it as an opportunity, and they're going to be like, oh, it's the tariffs. Well, what does that have to do with the digital? The digital got nothing to do with the tariffs, but they're going to lump it all into one sales point. They're not going to split and raise the price physical and say, well, only physical gets the price hike, digital still remains the same. They're not going to do that. I guarantee they'll
go up. Yeah, they're going up. And I said this on this show last year. You better get it ready. And it was, that never happened. They're not going to do this. They are going to do it. Your games are going to go up. If you're not going to support the live service, which is perfectly fine, they're pulling back from live service. Well, they got to go get that money from somewhere. You all just talking about the shareholders and especially the whales. You know, they just want their money, and they want their money back plus points. Meaning, plus
correct. We have to rewind back. Why'd you say that? Why'd you say it like that? Why'd you say like you better get no? Why'd you put it like that? Why'd you say it with that tone? Why'd you say it sus like that though?
Yeah. Gonna get that deal.
Well, I'm just saying. I told everybody you better start getting ready to pay what?
No, that's not how you said it. No. That's not how you said it. Hey, Porto, did you hear the way you said it? Was that just me?
He said, I don't know, man. He said break out the Diddy oil. You're gonna get this.
No, he said you better get ready.
Yeah, you better get ready.
Whoa.
Well, what else is there to say? You all,
my sphincter closed up. That's how I felt in the fit.
Man, this podcast is.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen.
But now, listen. Seriously.
Wow, I'm glad I do Friday Night Lives. I need relief. This shit is wild, bro.
Wild, bro. But I say you all better.
Hey, you can find your relief with J-Dub.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. Oh man. Oh shit. This guy 60 frames got a pause podcast. Oh shit. Good Lord, man. Yo, I want to shout out to Kyle, new member. Welcome to the family. He's probably thinking, damn, I regret that membership. Kyle's like, what the hell did I sign up for? He's like, yo, thank you so much, Kyle. And we got M's Odyssey. It says, Eastern devs do 10 times more work for less pay than Western devs. It's East versus West. The West is bloated right now and do the bare minimum. How about that? Let's go back up. How about they're trying to focus more on Eastern developers and Eastern games with lower salaries versus Western devs, you know, that want $50 an hour and half the time they're in Starbucks. No, I'm playing.
I said, give it 6 months. That $50 is going to be worth $5. Don't worry about it. It's going to be real affordable.
But you know what though? Back in the 80s and the 90s, and even matter of fact, I'll say definitely in the 80s and the 90s, there was always a more of a focus on the Eastern development because a lot of the games were coming out of Japan, and it wasn't until. And I could be wrong on this. To me, when I noticed there was a shift to Western development, was around the time with Bethesda, with Morrowind. No, I'm gonna say with the original Xbox.
I would
Morrowind.
say, you know what? You could see a little bit of the sign, but I'm telling you, the 360 PS3 era shifted because it's true. gaming was primarily Eastern based, Asian based. It was a very Japanese centric market. All the best games, the Castlevanias, the Mega Mans, Double Dragon, Final Fantasy, almost every game, Shinobi, Altered Beast, Sega. It was all Japanese, and of course, Western had their little bit of games like, whatever they were doing, with the RPGs and stuff like that. Right? There's a few games here and there, but the Eastern devs was dominating, but with the advent of the shooters like Doom, Wolfenstein, they were Unreal Tournament, especially in the PC market. They were catching up. But in terms of consoles, I think Rockstar was also with Grand Theft Auto. I think that was a crucial piece of Western devs because the Eastern devs did nothing like Grand Theft Auto. There was nothing on that level.
No.
That shit was just different on the PS2. It pretty much, the highest selling game was all three Grand Theft Autos. But 360 PS3 era, that's when Western devs really took over with Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Mass Effect. It was just getting ridiculous. And then the shooters,
I agree.
they just really took over and stuff like that. And then Eastern devs had a little bit of harder time with high definition as compared to Western devs. Because the Western devs weren't even doing too well of a job, with the high definition graphic stuff. Some games were great, but the Western devs was just taking it over. Could it be now things are going back to be a more Eastern centric because they have better business practices? Because look at Monster Hunter. That game, 8 million in 3 days. I haven't, you know what I'm saying?
I can't run for shit.
What?
I can't run for shit. After what Atlas just pulled up. I don't get it, man. People are so inconsistent. But hey, listen, as far as I'm concerned, they haven't taken the crown back because the whole excuse people make for technical performance not being, the way that it should be. I don't know, man. My money doesn't have glitches. That's what I'm gonna say. my money doesn't have bugs. When I
don't even get me started on that shit.
When I trade my money, it arrives pristine, clean, and ready on day one.
Works. The cash works.
Exactly. Like they not going they don't tolerate glitching money from us. They want their money paid in full. They don't ask for $69.10, right? No, they want $70.
There's no afterpay. They want it now.
Exactly. They want it now. But then when they and then I was talking to a dude today. Some of us know him online. And I was talking to, he's like a senior developer, but he was saying talking about the RE engine because they're developing Rex, which is basically like an upgraded RE engine, but it's probably gonna have the same problems. And he was just saying that part of the reason why the console version, although no versions, speaking of Monster Hunter Wilds as an example, he was saying that he thinks part of the big reason why the PC performance, unless you have a high end rig, the PC performance is so jacked, is because console is their main revenue, and so they see that more as a priority, which is fucked. I mean, you don't like.
No, that part is good.
All right, man. Like seriously,
I'm not listening to you, man.
You don't have customers. You don't have customers that you service, but then you just like, oh yeah, you're right. It works. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do it right. Have pride in your work.
Well.
Don't just throw it out there and then be like, well, we're gonna sell 8 million copies over here, and we're gonna sell 2 million copies over here. So that's fine. It's good enough for them. You know what I mean? It's like you don't do your customers like that, dude. Like no matter what
you don't like it, buy a 5090.
Yeah, but at the same time, listen. The reason that I can't give you any sympathy is that what you were walking into. Listen, you knew that there's a billion configurations of PC, and you knew that it's not going to be as simple to develop for. Listen, man, you want to be mad at someone?
That is not my problem. That's the developer's responsibility. Just because you hate PC and PC gaming doesn't mean
I don't hate PC. I think it makes
talk
people
shit
miserable.
about PC gaming every single day.
I don't talk shit about it. I tell the truth about it. Aren't you miserable?
Yeah.
Pretend you're not.
You call it miserable, say it's the worst place to play. Like there are
all,
literally
trade-offs.
Trade-offs with every platform you play on. There are trade-offs.
Listen,
and PC is no different.
Tell me one thing about PC that is better than console. There you go. Dead silence.
Well,
All right, so
I'm waiting for you to tell me what it is. I'm waiting for you
saying
to tell me
tell
what it
me
is.
one
He's
thing.
asking-
I asked you a
he's
question. You
asking-
wait for me to answer.
He's asking you.
Oh, I
He's
thought you
asking
said. I thought you said there
No,
is
no, no. You
only
can't
one
get that
thing.
moment back. You can't get that moment back. We're not rewinding.
Yo,
We're moving
I was
on.
You
shocked.
said. I thought you said there's only one thing better, and I was waiting for your answer.
No,
No,
he asked you a
listen. Hey, we're
question.
So
moving
you were
forward. You
asking
miss
me
your
to
chance.
name one thing
You
that's
miss
better.
your chance. You miss your chance. Let's
All
go.
right,
Move
whatever.
on.
I do. Seriously, I'm not trying to prove
No,
anything. So
that
if that's
was
what
weird
you
though,
thought,
because you
then that's
stood
what you
quiet.
thought.
I was like, why is Ramon quiet? I was like,
No, because I thought he said there's only one thing better on PC than console. So I was waiting to hear what it was. See what you
No,
say
no.
anything.
Oh
I'm
well,
like,
in that case, it helps you to be more miserable. It's great for your therapist.
That's funny.
You know.
yo, you can. I don't know who you're talking
man.
to because I'm not miserable at all.
He's like,
If it's that big a
Listen,
deal, I'll
listen.
buy it on my PS5. Don't forget, I still have console, so I have options.
First of all, I'm not even going after you, my friend. But here's the thing: the reason
Saying
that
you
I go
are. This is
after
just
PC
this is
is
just a
because I
heated
need people to
discussion. That's
remember.
all.
I need people to remember that PC is miserable. Like, look at you, the
And
way
I
you
need
sound. You're
people
like,
to
oh, I
remember that
paid all of
PC
this
is only
money
miserable if you
to
make
this
it
other
miserable.
company, but I want these developers that have nothing to do with that company to make it good for me. That doesn't even make sense. It's
I don't
terrible.
even understand what you're talking about.
I'm
All I'm
saying
saying,
that the developers owe you nothing when NVIDIA creates a piece of hardware that is overpriced and underperforming, and then you want to complain that it doesn't perform as well as it should on your PC, and it's not the dev's fault, it's NVIDIA's fault. Go to
dude,
NVIDIA and be like, fix this
it's not.
shit so that these
Dude, it is
drivers,
not
every
NVIDIA's
time they
fault. They're
update
using
these
the RE
drivers,
engine, and the
something else
RE
doesn't
engine
break.
is not designed well for open world games. That's the
Well,
problem.
it shouldn't be designed for anything that runs on PC. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Listen,
That's not
PC
even.
is great for the accounting. I'm sure your graphics card is great at Myobi or whatever the fuck it's called.
My
Okay, run that. Do you don't know about Myobi? I think it's accounting
No.
software. MYOB. I'm pretty sure it's accounting or something. Or MATLAB. I don't know. Like, it's great at making cars and shit. So go ahead and play AutoCAD. You know, it'll work. Katia, there's so much good shit. Like Adobe and
Pro.
filing coder. That one's great. Love it.
So anyway, hopefully the
All
upgrade
right,
to the
yo,
RE engine will
wow.
actually make it more viable for open world games because
the
they really
RE
do need to
engine
get a handle on
sucks
that.
On console.
So the RE engine sucks
So yeah,
for open world.
yeah, they're working on so it's called Rex. And hopefully that, it gets a handle on open world games, but my friend was saying probably he doesn't think it will, but we'll see. Hopefully it will because Capcom did like this presentation. You can hear the audio of it. It's on YouTube. So hopefully this upgrade will do better. We'll see what happens, but yeah, they definitely need to do something though.
By the way, Myobi is an Australian multinational corporation that provides tax, accounting, and other business services software.
Okay.
So shout out to Australians once again, being great.
Myobi. All right. Let's go to the next topic. Let's talk about not pulling punches. Shout out to and I'm gonna say this now. So we're gonna Reforge. We're gonna play a little bit of clip of Reforge. But before we play it, I just want to announce he will be my next guest on Friday on one-on-one. But it's gonna go a little earlier. It's gonna go 6 p.m. Eastern time because he does his membership. He does a stream for his members only stream at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll push it a little bit early than normal. So this Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, got Reforge Gaming with the one-on-one. It's going to be a great time. So hope you can see you guys there. A lot of people have been asking for me to invite, and he accepted, and we worked it out. All right. But let's look at this right here. Let's talk about Reforge. He says, I'm done pulling my punches about this. And let's play it.
This is why I don't really hold back on this anymore. These people were actively astroturfing for Microsoft. They were actively misleading the public. I'm not pulling my punches on this anymore. I'm not being nice. There's no reason to be nice about it. Misleading the public isn't the same as having an opinion. You could have the opinion that you like one platform over another. You can have an opinion that you wanted ABK to happen. I don't care about that. You can have those opinions and you can have those loyalties to Xbox as a brand. But to actively grab things that man said and then use them in the way that I guarantee That's what he wanted to happen. He wanted that interview with Windows Central to convince people, no, it's not happening. That was the goal. That was the intention. The intention with the podcast was that everybody would run with it and AstroTurf and basically make it seem like everything's fine, nothing's going. They were AstroTurfing. They weren't all saying the same things in the same phrases by accident. And a hit dog barks. If you don't like me saying this, it's because I'm hitting a bullseye. It's like they knew what they were doing. They were keeping the public in the dark, willfully. They weren't doing this unwittingly. These people have been in the industry too long for me to believe that. They were willfully keeping the public in the dark. So yeah, you can be mad at Xbox. You can be mad at Phil. You should also be mad at the outlets, YouTubers, podcasters, and pundits who played the game. They played the game. And they're playing the game now. They're playing the game now. Phil blows the dog whistle, acts like exclusives are bad, acts like exclusives are anti-consumer, and now they're all saying the same thing. Nothing has changed. Every year, it has been the exact same song and dance. 2023, they all AstroTurfed for the ABK deal. 2024, they all AstroTurfed for the fact that, no, they're not becoming a publisher. They're not going to move the big titles. 2025, they're all AstroTurfing, acting like exclusives are anti-consumer and that this is where the industry's going. All they've done from that year to this year is just repackage what Phil says as if it's gospel. That's it. That's a pattern. They'll do it again. Whatever Phil says this summer, whatever Phil says on his next interview circuit, they'll all just repeat it. And I have a problem with that. I do. It's like, even if you ask the questions and you do the interviews and you represent what the community's asking in a good way, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the conclusions. I'm talking about what you promote, what you advocate for. To me, there has been a consistent drum bang from that side, and they just switch to the drum that Phil hands them. They just switch to it. Oh yeah, we're buying Bethesda for exclusives. Okay, ding. Yeah, exclusives, baby, exclusives. You want these games? Buy an Xbox. Yeah, ABK deal. Ding. Let us compete. This is good for the industry. Oh, new drum. Oh, I need a new drum to bang on. Just 4 games. Ding. Bang on the drum for Phil. Ding. They're not going to move the big first-party titles next year. Here's your new drum. Here's your new drum to bang on. Yeah, exclusives are anti-consumer. Ding. This is where the industry's going. Don't you see? They just willingly take the drum from Phil. Whatever drum he says to bang on, they bang on it.
Yo, the drum do. I gotta lie, that's pretty funny. And I'll say he took it back to just Bethesda. We could even go back further to the beginning of the gen. Xbox Series S, more powerful, potentially better performing games than the PS5.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X or is PlayStation's already it's 1.5. It's not
overheating claims.
2.0. So that goes back. You know what I'm saying?
Do you even remember the screwdriver? Because the screwdriver wasn't just one person.
Man, the screwdriver, the panels,
man. So listen,
having to take the panel off to put in a SSD, like all
people
that.
even said that people were not going to know how to use the horizontal stand. If you remember at the beginning, they were like, "Oh, it's too complicated. How will the average mom and dad be able to figure out this contraption? You spin it this way, and then you put it over here, and then it was a great
travesty to have to take the panel off to put in the SSD and everything. All of that.
The screwdrivers, and then you can screw it. Why would you like screws? We don't like screws.
Oh man, they went from being pissed off that you needed
It's
a stand
someone
to
in
screw
someone in
on.
the chat. Sorry to interrupt you, P-Rock. Someone in the Scoop in the chat said another one. Don't forget the liquid metal.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
the liquid
leaky
the
metal.
liquid metal.
Terminator.
I'll
The
never forget that
Terminator was
shit.
gonna
Don't
come
keep
out of your
don't
console.
don't keep
The
the
Yeah, if
T2.
stand.
if you didn't put it horizontal, it was gonna leak out of your
Yeah.
It's gonna
console.
leak.
Was that the
You know,
T1000? The
Yeah,
T1000 was gonna pop
if you
up.
lay it horizontal, they don't know how to do it. But if you lay it vertical, the
Hmm.
liquid comes out. And damn
And then if you
Sony,
lay it
because you have to
upside
add a
down, you
stand.
know, it's
So
like it
Sony,
actually burns through your floor, like
you
it's
know,
like fucking
I will.
Predator. Like,
they got mad because you have to screw on a stand, and then when Sony goes, fine, future consoles, you don't need a
yeah,
stand at all. Ah, you took away the
yeah,
stand. We want the
yeah.
stand back. Like, what the fuck?
Don't forget the battery from the PS3. Oh my god, what if you have a PS3
Oh,
and then a
CMOS
CR30?
battery.
Oh,
Yeah, the
CMOS
CMOS
battery
battery
thing. Like,
dies.
oh
You
my
know what's
god.
funny? They fixed that in the PS4, but the Xbox never fixed it. But we never hear about it.
No, they still didn't fix it. Sony actually said, okay, we'll fix
I
it.
Yeah,
forgot all
Sony
about
Xbox
that.
actually
like,
fixed it.
Xbox
Yeah.
like,
Well, remember when everybody got mad because they were about to shut down the PS3 store and everybody got mad. So then
Yo.
they brought it. So then they
oh
decided
my
not to do it.
God.
I wonder how
Like,
many
we're
people
still
actually are
making
buying games
games
on the
for the
PS3 store
PS3
right now.
store.
That one
Bruh.
really got me. I'm just like, are people really mad because they're about to shut down the
Oh,
PS? It's not like you can't
motherfucker
play your
said
PS3
games are still
games.
being made. I'm like,
But who
what?
was
Who, bro? Yo, it's 2022, and we talk about it's not even backwards compatible with the PS5.
Whoa.
Yo.
Bruh.
Yeah, that
Oh
tripped
my
me out,
god,
man.
bro. Yo, that
Crazy.
shit is wild, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, the last like a little over 4 years, almost 5 years, craziest gen ever. I had never seen a gen like this
Well,
in terms of like community and shit.
you know what
Wild,
else was
bro.
what else was funny though was the everything, all of the smack talk that they did about PlayStation actually happened to Xbox.
No, facts.
Like they wouldn't
Facts.
have they wouldn't have VRS, but the Xbox doesn't really. I mean, they use it, but it does.
No one's really
I mean,
using it.
it's
No one cares.
yeah. I was gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, then I would happily be wrong because I would rather than be using this stuff. But like a lot of the tech they kept saying the PlayStation didn't have, they've been utilizing it more than the Xbox. Like
Yeah,
this,
something.
are the Xbox first party games using the 40 frames per second mode for
No, they still haven't
4K?
figured out the VR thing. They
Yeah,
still
so they
haven't
still
done that
haven't
yet.
done
Yeah.
that. So it's like,
Yeah.
all of the smack they talk, the RDNA 1.5, the T flop stuff
Yo.
is just crazy. It's
Yo, the
all like,
VRR thing was insufferable.
Oh
Then
yeah.
Sony
yeah,
dropped the update and they said nothing.
And took it to a next
Nothing.
level too. Not just dropped it,
Yo.
but they said, "Hey, we got VR, but with VR, we now could provide extra modes. They unlock
yep,
Spider-Man, so they took it to
Yeah.
the
yep.
next level. We're looking at
I
Xbox
remember
like
that.
we're looking at them
Well,
like,
no, the next argument, it didn't take off, but the next argument they were saying was, well, it's software based VRR, so it's
oh
not
my
as
god,
good. That was the
Mhm.
next one I heard, but that one didn't take off as much.
yeah,
And
yeah,
another one that didn't take
that's
off
just
as
a
much they
stupid
tried
thing, yeah.
is that the VRR in the Xbox is better because it can support VR at a lower frame rate or something like that. And they said that
Oh, like the
Sony can
window
only
or
support
something.
VR at like 48 frames per second, which never made sense to me because there's a 40 frame per second mode that uses VR to get
Yeah.
there. So I was like, wait, what are you saying? Like, so they tried so many versions. And listen, I like Reforge, I like Lono, okay? For the most part, I think that he does a good job of, going from the facts and then going to an opinion. I think that's what I respect about him. He starts with the facts, and even if you don't agree ultimately with the opinion that he went to, at least you can agree on the set of facts that he started with. But he's still pulling his punches. Okay, so listen, I don't pull punches. Okay, you all know. You all know when a person says not pulling punches. I mean, listen. First of all, name names. Paris, Colt Eastwood, Gas. Man, that motherfucker's boring, but he's still there. Gas, Digital Foundry.
All right, man,
Listen,
come on. Gaz is hilarious, man. Don't call him
hey,
boring.
listen, he's hilariously dull. That's what it is.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god. Listen, you know what? Don't even get me started. I'll go to sleep. Club Brill, these are some of the Twitter fellas. Okay, but I don't really care about Twitter. Destin. Oh my god. Listen. Firmware Ryan. firmware, Ryan. A fantastic addition to the list. Okay, fonts, isn't fonts in there? Another one. There's so many of them that is you always miss some. You always miss, and then there's like a bunch of people like General MLD and the Twitter guys like Falco and everything like that. Listen, let's just talk about the ones that have an actual job in this industry. I think your careers should die. Okay, that's I don't want you to get better. I don't want a redemption story. I want your careers to end as far as gaming journalism or gaming talk shows or gaming podcasts or gaming pundits or gaming insiders is concerned. If it touches gaming, your career should just wither and die. Okay, and that, Lono, is how you don't pull back your punches. Okay, you gotta get in the gym, punch harder. Okay, because these motherfuckers, when it comes to you, they don't take it easy. When it comes to anyone else, they don't take it easy. They will say something like, you say something reasonable as a fan of a brand. They will take that thing, they will call you a fanboy for it. And then when you are proven right, they will go backwards and pretend that was always their stance. That's literally what they do all the time. It's crazy. When we told them that, hey, if you buy ABK, these games are not going exclusive, they were like, no, you don't pay $68.5 billion in order to make games available everywhere. Now that games are going everywhere, they're like, why would they make it locked to one plastic toy box? Why would you want that? We always knew these games were going to go everywhere. They've been saying this is their strategy. The hypocrisy is hilarious. And the hypocrisy warrants a sort of not pulling back punches, okay? These people should get out of here. Okay, shouldn't be involved in the conversation anymore. I don't want them to make money anymore by lying to the public, because that's what they do. But they don't even have the decency to lie on their own. They literally just download the firmware from whatever Phil Spencer says, and then they propagate that lie. Even the lies aren't original. That's crazy. How do you not have original lies? You have all of fiction to help you. You could make up anything, and you don't even have the courtesy to make up something original and unique to you. Disgusting behavior.
Now, some of the people like, not everybody you blanketed in that do that, but yeah, a lot of them do.
Hey, listen, I will give this to Gaz. At least he is unique in his lies. Okay, that's one thing. You know what? Gaz can stay. I like Gaz. Out of all of that group, I'll keep Gaz. Okay, everybody else, their careers need to end.
Y'all forgot one thing. My favorite from the beginning, from this generation, machine learning.
Oh man, I was saying that machine learn.
Y'all forgot that, but I won't go as far. I won't go as far as them.
Machine learn. Yo, that shit was wild, bro. They made that motherfucker sound like fucking Skynet was taking over Xbox, bro. Oh my god, the shit was just wild with these dudes, bro.
And mesh shaders. Yeah, and mesh shaders, yeah. But you know what though? God. I'm not gonna go as far as M, and I can't go as far as Reforge Gaming, because I think he was very specific as what he was saying. But what I do agree with M, and I'm gonna go back to something that I said, several times on this podcast. When you have reputable gaming sites or reputable journalists that are acting more like YouTubers, and to me, journalists have a responsibility to be objective and to present facts as facts. And they don't do that, like Digital Foundry. I have been really clear as far as calling out Digital Foundry, because to me, I said before, they practice yellow journalism. They use their what's the word? They use their status as a reputable gaming. As a reputable site, and they they lie. I'm gonna just call it as that. They should be. Alex Battaglia and whoever else in Digital Foundry that was part of this should also be, they should be fired. And I do agree with, or they should be really reprimanded severely. I agree with M on that, because to me, very different than the YouTubers. Now, as far as
quick question, Judge. Do you remember Fosk? The girl that said that Sonya was
yeah.
dead man walking.
Yes, I remember her.
Aren't you
Yes.
glad her career ended though? Do you want her back?
No. I don't want
Exactly. You want these people to go. All right. I'm gonna say I'm the bad guy. Yes. I want
No.
them to go. I want them to go the world first. Okay. They can go find whatever the hell she's doing. I don't even know. Okay. But I wish her the best of luck with all of her future endeavors. So long as those future endeavors do not involve gaming.
But I keep on calling out Digital Foundry because as far as like your Dustins, your Parises, and even Cole Eastwoods to a certain extent, I don't really pay attention to them because I don't. It's only if I know that you have a history of lying and you constantly lie, or you are always biased towards Xbox. I wouldn't listen to you anyway because that's not where I'm at. Like I
That
have
part
already
right there. That
Yeah.
part right there.
I have not been following Microsoft since the end of the 360 generation. Since I'm gonna say, matter of fact, before that, I'm gonna say ever since they came out with the Kinect between 2010 and 2012, that's when I stopped following the Xbox because of it's like, all right, it's clear where Xbox is going with this. And even if and I'm gonna be truly honest, as far as with the Xbox 360, the reason why I even went with that in the first place is by default because Sony was tripping because I wasn't paying no $600 for no gaming system. I just wasn't doing that, especially as no broke college student. I'm not doing that. But going back to where I was going with this, I call out reputable gaming journalists because of the fact that they have a job of being objective and they're supposed to have some sort of professionalism, which they didn't have. And I have always said, again, I'm not tooting my horn or anything, but I always said that there has always been a bunch of pundits on YouTube that okay, YouTube allows it, and it's to be called for because they're not. To me, I don't want to say it's a hobby, but they're not really professional. So it's not even to me. I'm not saying that I'm holding punches because I'm not really that type of person. I leave that up to him. But yeah, I do think that these people that have been pushing the lie and knowing that it was a lie, yeah, they should be they should be reprimanded. And as far as going back to your Cole Eastwoods and your Mavs Gamings, because he was another one as well too. Even and I think Porter Rock, I'm gonna give credit to you because I think you was one of the few people that did this or it really broke this down. When I forget who it was, but I forget if it was a CFO of Microsoft or some executive of Microsoft whereas last winter back in 2023, I believe,
Tim Stewart.
Tim Stewart, thank you. Where he actually told you the exact plan of what Microsoft strategy was moving forward, and it was like, hey, if this is coming from if this is not only this isn't coming from damn it, what's the guy's name? This isn't coming from Phil. This isn't coming from Aaron Greenberg. This isn't coming from their marketing department. Hey, this is coming from the CFO or a C-level executive of Microsoft. They're telling you exactly what's going on. As far as what anybody else has to say, even if it was coming from Phil's mouth, I would not listen. To me, case closed. Point blank. Period. This is in law. To me, this would be mandatory. This is matter of fact primary. This is nothing secondary. This is primary. The only person that has more weight than him would have been damn it, the CEO of Microsoft. I can't even pronounce his name.
Satya.
Yeah, Satya. Thank you. That would be the only person. Thank you, Ramon. He would be the only person that would have more sway to me from Tim Stewart. But hey, coming from the CFO and he's telling me exactly what's going on. Hey, I'm gonna believe that. So me hearing things coming from Cole Eastwood or from anybody else saying, Microsoft doesn't have any plans to bring their games or become third party or bring their games to compete in consoles, I wanted to listen to it. And if me being a fool, if I still wanted to listen to that, then that's on me.
And as far as I'm concerned, the best I can say, and I'm sorry I'm not going to say much, but P Rock, you saw a comment that I left in a certain YouTube person's video on South of Midnight. So I don't often speak up, but when I do, you see what the result is.
Right. Let me hit up some super chats.
Share with the class, boy. Share with the class.
Nah, we keep
Not this one.
That stays in the DMs.
That one would be.
I'm gonna need a screenshot. I want to see Ramon unleash I want to see this.
It was a new person. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, Ramon.
When Canadians get mad.
Ooh, yeah. That's the polite society. You know?
I'm not quite there yet. I'm almost Canadian.
Nah, it's okay. You know that about your adoption. You know that about your adoption. You safe. You safe.
Charles Hawk. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I like Reforge. I'm a member in his channel also. Hey, so make sure you check out the live if you can. Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Reforge is here. Impatient Fire. Thank you for the super chat. Impatient says, remember start of the gen when gaming media was capping for Game Pass? Buy Game Pass and Series S instead of buying a PS5. That didn't work out for them. You remember that dude who was saying, I haven't touched my PS5 in 2 weeks, and it was actually his Xbox? Yo, there was so much lies, bro. It was
I've never had to spend so much energy actively ignoring so many people, but that's exactly what I ended up doing.
Yeah, it was so bad, man. It
was overwhelmingly like cringe. It was so bad. Like they were trying so hard. Like, you know how you can tell when someone's trying really hard? Like they were trying hard.
So many people. In fact, for those of you watching, if you put in that energy, tell me, how does it feel to fail at it? You did free labor. Like free nonprofit to try to make Xbox crazy. Successful, and you failed.
And the thing is there's nothing wrong with being enthusiastic about your platform. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. If you're just like, man, I'm really excited about the Xbox, and blah blah blah. Exactly, but like to actually flat out lie, not give an opinion that might be contrary or a hot take, but to actually flat out lie. Like I remember when I was brand new. And almost falling for a little bit of the bullshit. I remember one dude who I was trying to be more educated about both sides, because I had been like exclusively PlayStation, and then the Series X was my first Xbox. Everybody knows. So I'm listening to Xbox shows, trying to learn everything I can about Xbox. And there was one. Oh yeah, no, they laugh, dude. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It was the Series S. Ouch.
Yeah. No, the X, not the S.
Oh,
the X.
Okay, the X.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one member of an Xbox channel, a group, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna check out his channel, So then I go, straight to his channel, and I will never forget this. He opens it up with, PlayStation is not ready for next gen. I immediately turned it off. Like anybody who's heard it knows who I'm talking about. But as soon as I heard that, and PlayStation is not ready for next gen.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who was that?
Who the fuck is he talking about?
Is that Cole?
I'm not saying it.
I'm gonna say it, and I may get it wrong. I think he's talking about Mads Gaming.
Nope, no. Who's that?
Mads Gaming.
No, can we play charades? Make a sound. We'll try to guess the YouTuber. Let's play charades with this.
It's probably Cole Eastwood.
I will not prefer more deny.
Yeah, there we go. One of the form denied. Exactly. That's always how you know.
He said not him. Oh no, I want to confirm that. That sounds like a Cole Eastwood video.
Dude, like seriously, again, like I'm all for
next gen.
Dude, like it would like the flat out. I'm all for opinions. You like Xbox more? That's awesome. I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like I have no smoke for that, but I have no respect for people who flat out lie. Like that's where I draw my line. You can have hot takes, you can have opinions. You know what I mean? Contrarian opinions, whatever. That's all good. Have your fun. But there's a difference between being jokes. You know what I mean? Even if I don't particularly care for the jokes. But there's joke lying where you just like, man, PlayStation, this is gonna be their last one, and you laughing and joking. That's one thing. But to actually say something and you're serious, and you're being serious, that's when I draw the line. Where it's just like, okay, I'll start. Like I said, I'm not saying who this is. You can take it as the person you named if you want to. I'm not saying that's who it is.
Wow.
But I have no respect for people who do that.
Was that meant to be subtle?
Oh,
I'm not saying who it is. You can say it's exactly who you guess, but I'm not saying that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I said you can it's not the thing that I said. There's such a
didn't-
huge list of people. It's a beautiful list of liars out there.
Yeah.
Okay, and it could be the person that just said, or it could be someone else. Who knows? Nobody knows. But I know that I'm not
But I
saying who
know.
it was,
You
but
might
it probably
know.
was
I don't
somebody
know if
that
I
you
know.
guessed, and it wasn't the first one. It wasn't the first one. It could have been the second, but I'm not saying
say
that
all
at the
that now.
second. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it, but it could be the first one, but it wasn't because that's what I said. And it could be the second one, but it could be that one, but it couldn't be. But there's also such a huge list. The list is bigly. It's a beautiful list of people.
It's bigly. Shout out to continue with the super chat. Shout out to John Baptiste. He says, "Come on, M. If they don't lie, they won't get flown out like Instagram models. They want rooftop
Ooh,
dinners
the
and their
Insta
backs
thoughts.
rubbed by Phil Spencer." Oh man. Oh
Hey,
man.
listen, man.
Lying ain't cheap. All right.
Yo, can I just say, out of all the lies, though? Oh, sorry, you got one more?
Yeah, I got two more.
Yeah,
Scoop,
I'll wait. I'll wait.
thank you for the super chat. Scoop says, now is the time to call them all out. Everything they lie. Alex, DF, Destin, Gas, I don't give a fuck. Start pulling receipts. Nameless list no longer applies. He says, unleash the Epstein files.
There you
Scoop
go.
was like,
There you
release
go.
the tapes.
Release the tapes.
Oh shit, Scoop! Thank you so much, Scoop. Thank you so much for the super chat. And Glitzer's like 4 losses and 4 gens. Xbox are the Buffalo Phils.
Buffalo Phils. Oh my god.
Oh shit, Glitzer. I don't know. Just in
Buffalo
case, it
Phils.
seems like that must be an American sports.
That's an American thing.
yeah.
I'm just gonna get more juice.
So you heard of the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, I
Heard that.
have.
Yeah. Okay. So the Buffalo Bills made it to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and lost all 4. So now you see why he's saying the Buffalo
Hey.
Bills.
Can I just say though?
That's
listen,
Super Bowl
genius right there.
4
That's
years in a
cheap.
row, just to make it 4 years in a row, and you can't
Xbox
win
will never
one.
make it. Xbox will never make it to the Super Bowl. So I feel like that's too generous. Okay,
That's right.
put some
That's right,
respect
brother.
on those Buffalo Bills.
That's what you
Okay,
call it, the Buffalo
because coming
Bills.
second is
Oh,
respectable.
man, that's respectful.
I want you all to know that
That's so
Xbox has always been last in gaming. Okay, that's where they've been.
Yo, Buffalo Phils. Oh my god, I heard it all now.
That was genius, man. That was a stroke of
I'm gonna
genius. right?
screenshot that chat and put it on Twitter. Yo, I heard it all now. The Buffalo Phils. All right. But
Hey,
anyway,
listen.
what's up? Go ahead.
What I was gonna say about the lies. Out of all the lies we told, the most insidious and the most insufferable, especially from the gaming journalists and the IGNs and all the publications, is the lie that mediocre Xbox games are something to celebrate. I heard a podcast recently, and I won't say the name, okay, but it was special, okay. So, and then this person said, "Oh, Xbox is getting 5 to 6 games a year out," and I'm like, "Wait, is that all it takes? The mere release of any product without any consideration as to the quality of said product? Like, remember when they tried to convince us that Redfall was going to be great? Like Ramon over here said, it could have been fun. It could be fun.
I said it
You know?
looked like it could be fun.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I'm
We're not
for
going to
it.
forgive
I
you
was
for that
wrong.
one. It's
I
okay.
said I was wrong, and I was pissed
No,
off
we
because
don't
it
hear
came-
apologies. No, we don't hear that. Anyways, moving
I didn't
forward.
apologize. I said I was wrong. There's 2 different things. That's
That's an
called
apology
owning
to
your
me,
shit.
and we don't hear
You
it
ain't gonna
anyway.
never hear me cap or not admit that I'm wrong. I said it looks like
Listen.
it's gonna be fun,
Listen.
and then I came back and said these motherfuckers are
Listen.
making me look crazy out here because this is
Listen.
whack.
You still fucking with Romeo, man?
Listen. Oh,
I will
he's a
always
PC
own
gamer
if I'm
now.
taking an
He's
L.
the closest I can get to taking a shot at PC gamers. I got to take a few shots in. I've got to. Like I said, the person on the panel was special. Okay, and listen, people in the chat, I am not confirming or denying that you got it right. Okay, I'm not doing that. But here's the thing. Remember when they tried to convince us that Starfield was going to be the game of the generation? And then it came out, and they were still telling us that it was, and we could see what it was. So it's like it's weird because like you're lying to me, but I can see it now. Like it's I can see it. I can look at I see it. But you're telling me that it's this other thing that, and I'm like, wait, what the or when they tried to lie about King Crash because he said that, hey, listen, you should be able to explore gas giants because that's what they promised. And they went in on him on Twitter, even though he said explore. And then No Man's Sky recently has, an update where I guess one of the highlighted features was exploring gas giants because it turns out that games can make things possible. Hey, remember like when Deathloop was a thing? And then the gaming media lied to us. I'm not saying they were lying for Xbox, but they completely lied to us and they told us that this was like a Game of the Year worthy game, 10 out of 10s everywhere. Then nowadays we have Indiana Jones. Bro, does anyone even remember that Indiana Jones released? But everyone keeps going, it's great. It's great. It's such a great game.
Well, actually, I heard it is a great game.
Exactly. That's what
I
you
haven't
hear.
played it yet, but I'm
And yet
planning to.
nobody gives a fuck about it because maybe it's just an average game.
I
If they just say that, hey,
part
these
of that is
games are
Indiana
like,
Jones,
they're
though.
good.
Indiana Jones is kind
So
of
let me show
a,
you something. So there was this indie game, and the developer was saying that on Xbox Series X, it was able to run at 4K, 60 frames, even up to 120. But on PS5, he's having problems, and the most he can get is 1440p 30. I'm gonna show you the game. They even made a meme out of this game. But let me show you the game right now. I'm gonna show everybody. So this.
Wait, was that the gunk?
No, not the gunk. Watch.
Okay, because I heard they said some stupid shit
What I'm
too.
about to see right now is this game. Yo.
My YouTube's acting stupid, so I can't see anything.
So they were saying this game. It's not. This couldn't get it to 4K on PS5.
What game is it?
Look at it.
It's like a fishing combat game. What the fuck?
This game, they were saying it's only 4K on Xbox.
Just the reactions alone are hilarious enough for me.
Have you seen Dave the Diver?
Yeah, I have.
Hold on.
So please tell me
Imagine you're Dave the Diver, then instead of that you're a dolphin and you've got a laser gun. That's basically it.
Kidding me? No.
It's a side scroller. You just like the diver. It's underwater.
Side scroller?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I remember
the lies saying that game.
How do
was
they
4K,
think people are gonna believe that?
But you can only get it to 1440p at 30 frames on PS5.
You know the sad part about it is it's either bad or it's worse because it's bad because people know you're lying, but if you're not lying, it's worse because then it makes you look incompetent and not knowing how to do your job right.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I remember
dying, bro. And then they made
I remember
that
when Titanfall 2 came out, they were saying that on Xbox One X, it actually had the ability to run at 6K. Like 6K,
Hey.
the 4K.
So they just skip right past.
Yes, I remember. I kid you not. I remember whenever Titanfall 2 came out, maybe in 2017, 2018. Matter of fact, it had to be around that time frame. I remember that being a point. I was like, yo, the fuck? What happened to 5K? We just going from 4 to 6? But I forgot. 6 is greater than 4. If we all remember that argument.
Oh man, I'm trying to find.
Yo, that's crazy.
All right.
That's crazy.
Let's go to a quick topic. Just real quick. Rockstar buys Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition developer renames it Rockstar Australia. Wasn't that? Yeah, Chris, wait a minute. Wasn't that trash?
Yo,
Hey,
I never laughed so hard in my entire life.
Hold on. I think I still got. Hold on, real quick. It says Rockstar's acquired Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition developer, Video Game Deluxe, and renamed it Rockstar Australia. Video Game Deluxe has a history working with Rockstar on a number of games, including the 2017 re-release of L.A. Noire VR Case Files, and most recently on upgrades to Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition for iOS, Android, Netflix, and modern consoles. It's not to be confused with Grove Street Games, which came under fire for the poor quality of the original. Okay, I was about to say, which came under fire for the poor
Oh,
quality
okay,
of the
okay.
original Grand Theft Auto trilogy, the Finish Edition 2021, whose boss said it was a dick move to have been removed from the game's credit after the recent long-awaited update fixed the issues. Video Game Deluxe developer of that update. After working together very closely many years, we are excited to have Video Game Deluxe join the team as RockStar Australia, said Rockstar Games head of publishing Jennifer Colby. Jennifer Colby says they are currently working on a new project that deals with the Australian culture of breakdancing. More to follow after this. Now I'm lying. I just added that. I made that up.
It's fine.
I was getting
It's
ready
fine.
to say the timing
There's
for
going
that
to
might
be
be
school
kind of
shooting in the
bad.
next GTA 6. That's fine. We can fling these missiles. It's cool. It's cool.
I can already see the cover of that game.
You
It's
like
gonna be
how
her with the
smooth?
T-Rex
You like how
arms.
smooth I inserted that?
We saw
I was
that.
like,
We
wow,
saw
I
that
that.
actually
sounds legit.
believed it too.
Wow, like, wait a
We
minute.
saw
Like,
that.
what? That's bad. But I was like, man, that's really bad timing. He's like, man, that's
You had
unfortunate.
you.
That's unfortunate timing. Yo, a video game based on Australian breakdancing? Oh, I don't know about that one.
And they had me like Tribe Called Quest. Like, I don't know, man. I don't
Oh,
know,
man,
man.
that's
I
good.
don't know.
I don't know why this guy's laughing like the Joker off mic.
Oh my God, I can't. All right, man. Hey, whatever. Hey, man, it's just a little bit of thing. Whatever they're doing though, I hope it allows them. I hope this studio allows. I have a feeling they're just going to be used to augment their live service, Grand Theft Auto 6. But I personally would love at least a little bit of the old Rockstar where they created new IPs. It feels like they don't do that anymore, right? Because they're making all the
No,
money.
they
No,
got a
that's not
taste. They
happening.
got a taste of that blood in
That's
the
not
form
happening.
of
They beat the
billions
forbidden
of
apple.
dollars on GTA.
Remember
They beat
that
the
with
forbidden
Rockstar, boy?
apple.
Manhunt. What is it? The Warriors, Bully, for you racing guys, Midnight Club. You know what I'm saying? They were. Boy, they used to create, and they were still producing the Grand Theft Autos, like back to back to back. Man, I missed that Rockstar.
Listen, they need to remake San Andreas. That's the best I can hope from them. And then I
That
can
would
just be
be
happy.
A full
that would
remake.
be cool. Bro.
A full
be
remake of San
I
Andreas
still
would be
have not played. I
amazing.
would
still
not
have
be
never
mad.
played that. I've never played that.
Oh man!
Wait, you never
Oh,
played
my
San
God.
Andreas?
Whoa.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Okay.
Okay, I don't care what your reason is. You have a PC now.
Like you
Go ahead and download it,
That is
and then put
awesome.
on the mods on it, whatever you need to, and then play
It's like
San
you got a
Andreas.
PC, just add a 4K patch. Somebody made it.
Exactly. Like they say instant
It's great,
remasters and
man.
everything.
Well, 4K
It's
patch
amazing.
doesn't change the textures, but I'm sure there's mods. But
somebody
There's
did a
mods for
texture pack
textures.
too.
I'm sure there's texture packs. They
I'm sure
love
they
that
probably
shit.
do. I'm sure they
You
probably
know,
do.
go ahead
It's
and play
great. San Andreas
play
is
San
great.
Andreas. It's amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Best GTA that I've
But you know what?
played anyway.
Well, at the time it came out, it brought back too many really bad memories, so that's why I didn't play it.
You were a
Like damn near
gangbanger too?
PTSD shit, huh?
You were a gangbanger too?
I wasn't a gangbanger, but I'm from LA, so believe me
Hey,
when I say
listen, no wonder you
I
left.
had a
No
number
wonder
of
you left.
interactions that weren't fun.
All right, bro. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
No, I get it. Yeah,
That's
man.
why you went to Canada.
It's that it was the LA gang culture, man. But that game was wild, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, I would not be mad at a full remake though.
Full remake.
That would be easy.
From the
They would
ground
print
up.
money. They will print money. That's easy.
All day
money.
one.
Yeah, they
Easy.
really
All day one.
would.
Even if they released it the following year after Grand Theft Auto 6, everybody will buy it. Oh, that
I
would
remember when there was rumors.
Money.
I remember when the rumors for GTA 6, they were saying that they were going to combine Los Santos with with San Andreas and everything, and like to get to each section of the gigantic map, you get on a plane and fly there. I remember there was some crazy wild rumors about like how they were going to like combine the GTA worlds into one gigantic GTA with a new story and everything too. I mean, that sounds like some Sky Oblivion stuff that only would be in the mod community.
Sky Oblivion.
You heard about that though, right?
I heard about that one too. That's why I was
Okay.
laughing when you said Sky Oblivion. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that's
like the joint,
that's the only way that's ever gonna happen. I don't see it happening otherwise.
Oh man! All right. I guess that's it, man. I think that's all the topics for today. Unless the chat, I know something. I think I'm missing something.
Didn't you have more topics before and then you changed it to a PlayStation
okay.
layoff
Oh
stuff?
yeah, there's one more topic. Yeah, we'll bring that one more. And it's not really a topic, it's just a conversation, right? So we're in March, right? And like Sony hasn't done anything. Like, where's the game? Like, what's the new game for? I know they're doing Days Gone remaster in April, but what's like the second party game or third party partnership or something? Like, give us something. Like,
Aren't you getting also the size soon?
who? I don't know. I think that's May.
Is that
Yeah, it's
April?
May. That's May.
I don't know.
That's May.
You're the one looking forward to that.
And I am looking forward to it. That's all the way out in May.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. That looks really good.
And I better get it in May. It's been 7 goddamn years.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
Yeah, word mappers.
I'm not a road mapper. I want that. I want the product.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that
just
is
saying,
end of May. That's basically June. That's May 30th.
pretty
That's
much.
that's
So
June,
what's
really.
the date? What's the date?
May 30th.
Nah, that's fucking June.
That's
June.
June. Yeah.
Yeah, they might as well say June first.
That's June. That's June the 1st.
That's like May, but the end of May. Man, that's fucking June. You might as well just say June. You should have released it the first week of June.
Yeah,
at least that way MPD gives you the whole month of sales. Like, all you did was fuck yourself up. You're gonna get 2 hours of MPD sales.
Yeah.
Man, with the exception of PlayStation first party, I'd be like hoping for delays, man, because we're already drowning in freaking games as it is. It's like an embarrassment of riches. But I do want some PlayStation first party. I mean, come on now. But other than that, man, anytime I hear of a delay, man, I'm like okay, bring it on, because I'm still trying to catch up.
You be like, woo! I get to finish this game. All right. I was just
saying, I remember.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I remember, like, it wasn't really that long ago, but remember when there was a thing called the summer drought? That was the time. The summer drought was when very few games came out. Yeah.
They clipped him.
Oh, they got him?
They got him. The industry got him.
They're deporting him back to America.
You're going back to America, buddy.
Yeah, they said like, hey, listen, actually,
they found out
we're not giving you that membership anymore.
Yep.
You're not part of our club.
He is done. He is done. You are done.
Back to LA.
Done. Canadian.
Back to that San Andreas lifestyle.
They busted the door down.
Yo, they got him. Yeah, they got him.
Oh,
that's crazy. It's either that or his wife. We one of them. It's either deportation or partner. Yeah.
I think they got him. I got Canadian ICE. They got him. They say, yep.
Yeah. They got him.
They found his voter registration. It says Republican.
Listen, Colt Eastwood decided that he didn't like that slander you put on his name. That's what he said.
Oh man.
He sent them.
Yeah, he's done. Oh shit, they really got
he's
him.
over. It's over. It's really gone.
Oh man.
What y'all talking about?
Oh, you're tuning in live from LA? That they got you, right?
Yeah, the moment you said about the drought, you got shut down.
Oh man.
Were you talking? Yeah.
Oh no! I was my wife called, so I had to.
I told you it was one of the two. So, I said either deportation or the wife.
We said either Canadian immigration got you or is your wife.
Yeah.
I would say Canadian immigration got you. So
we're all hoping for the immigration, really. Like all of us over here. We have
tomorrow you would have called me, hey, yo, Puerto Rock, I'm in LA. You want to hang out? I'm like, what?
Like, when you going back? Be like, don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. So what you were saying about the drought?
Oh yeah. No, I used to use the drought to replay some games in my library. Like, that period of time I used to look forward to it. Like, I enjoy new games, but once like May to June would hit, I'd be like, all right, it's time to dig into the library and re-experience some of the greatness that I had. But now it's just like all through the year, all year round, there's really, like, even if we miss 1 or 2 months of games coming out, there's still so many that it's just like you can't keep up. So now it's just like I just fit in an old game in my library whenever I want to, because otherwise it's just like you never get to replay any of your favorite games. And I love doing that. I know a lot of people don't. They're just like, I don't play old stuff, which is fine. But for me, like, when I buy a game, I consider it like a worthy addition to my permanent collection, right? So I always fit in time to replay them.
But not just
Listen.
that. The summer was the perfect time to catch up to all the games. Games like
Yeah,
you
that
said.
too.
Because there was
Yeah.
so for the people that don't know, back in the days, like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, there was no new releases in the summer. That's why another reason why E3 was such a big deal, because that was really the only thing you were seeing for the summer. The new games, but those games was not coming out until the fall, holiday, and early next year. Summer, no new games, nothing, because the rationale was people weren't in the house as much and they're hanging out, and so like you would get no new releases from June to like late August, nothing. So perfect time to catch up to a lot of games that you had in your backlog because there was nothing else. So man, I remember those days, man. I used to catch up to almost all my games. Now, game releases all year round. Sometimes the same month, 2 or 3. You're like,
Man,
fuck.
I'm still barely about to catch up to 2023. Like I have 2 games left from 2023. I just started Baldur's Gate 3, which is going to take me like 3 months minimum, and then Final Fantasy 16, and then I'll actually be done with 2023.
Yo, my backlog is tragic. I don't even want to talk about it, how old it is. I still haven't played freaking Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what I'm dealing with. That's
Damn.
yo, listen. Anyways. Hey, listen, Porok, March 9th, there is going to be news for the road mappers on Death Stranding 2. And that is worth booking.
Star Wars is getting an update too, right?
I hope
Death
so.
Stranding 2.
Later.
News. Hope. Hey, listen. They could claim. Hideo. He could be crazy. He could shadow drop it for all we know. So, he could give you something before June. So that could be that. Yeah, I could see that from him. I could see him be like, "Hey, it's March. You're gonna buy this in April. Get your wallets ready." So there's that. But yeah, that's going to be particularly exciting. As far as what Ramon was talking about, I'm in the same boat. Listen, I've been on a backlog challenge for this is my second year now, and it went well last year. This year, I decided not only was I going to do the whole backlog challenge thing, but I was going to try to get out all of the PlayStation 4 game titles. So in the last week, of course, I've instead been playing Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered or Remade, whatever. That shit is great, man. Oh my god, this game just sucks me in. Horizon Zero Dawn is a great motherfucking game. Listen, man. And listen,
100% agree. 1000.
if you're gonna play it, play the remastered version because that shit it's magical. It's magic. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous.
Like
It is so
so close
gorgeous.
to the Forbidden West visuals. They did a fantastic job on those visuals.
Fantastic job, bro. The only thing I miss desperately is a glider. Oh my god. Every time I have jumped off a cliff because I think to myself, I can hold square and glide. It's frankly embarrassing. Let me tell you. So yeah, it's fantastic, and the art and the designs, and it's just brought all the way back to life. It is exactly what your imagination tells you that it was back then, except even better. So go ahead and play Horizon Zero Dawn. But aside from all that, I agree. There's so many games to play. Not forgetting the indies and everything like that. That quite frankly, having just played Astrobot, I do not feel that urgency right now for the next Sony IP. I know that I'm going to get Ghost of Yote at the end of the year, probably towards the end of the year.
Shout out to you for pronouncing that right. Go ahead.
Thank you. Because I listen to the people say they say Yote in the thing, so I'm just like, okay, if the developer said it, I'll say it this way.
Well, you can Google it too, and it'll tell you it's Yote.
That's true. You can also do that. So yeah, I'm going to play Ghosts of Yote at the end of towards the later half of the year. I'm gonna get that. Hopefully by then I've got my PS5 Pro. Even though, to be honest, I have a whole bunch of things tied up that I need to get to first. So I'm going to try to wait till I have a PS5 Pro to experience that masterpiece. But I just feel like I'm very satisfied. I'm very good. And like Roman said, I also have Baldur's Gate 3. I also haven't started it. Obviously, if I haven't started GTA 5 yet, can you imagine when I get to Baldur's Gate 3? But one thing about Baldur's Gate 3 that I didn't appreciate, there are no black hairstyles. I was like, what? What is this?
No, the black dude has quote unquote cornrows, but that
No,
was.
listen, but if you create your own character, because I got
Oh, you
past
create
that
your own
part.
character. Oh, okay.
When you create your own character, you can't have a black hairstyle. There are no black hairstyles. I was like, how did this get Game of the Year?
Bruh, let
And
me
you
tell
still
you.
haven't added
You want to
black
talk about
hairstyles.
terrible character creator that you just cannot be black. It's Riders Republic. When I downloaded the demo back in the day and I tried to play that, I tried to create a black character. What I created was, and I kid you not, it was a white dude with like
Melanin.
stage 10 cancer,
Melanin.
brown skin, and red
Mm-hmm.
lips. It was
Yep.
the most awful looking thing I had ever seen. I actually took a picture of it. I gotta see if I still have it in my phone. It looked that bad. Like I changed him to have green skin because it looked less ridiculous. So this one was designed, and they were just like, "You are not making a black character in this game.
Yep.
It was impossible."
Yep. Yep. It's
Oh
it's,
man,
it's
it was
still it's
so
still a
bad.
thing we have to go through for some reason. So yeah, Porter, what do you
It's getting
think?
a
It's
lot
your
better though. It's getting a lot better. More games are really paying attention to that. So I'm really appreciative of that. A lot more studios are starting to get better with it, especially with our hair. They're doing a lot better job with our hair. And then shout
Yep.
out to Insomniac with Miles. I mean, they did a fantastic
Oh,
job
he
with
had
Miles.
a clean cut.
Yeah,
Until they did
exactly.
that.
He had the edge up and everything
But
until they gave him
until
an
they did
Eddie
it with
Gordo cut.
the warmonger, like, yo,
Yeah, the
that little
Warmonger.
style.
Yeah, they gave
Like,
the
Hey,
sequel. They gave him a
listen, you know
like, they
Warmonger.
what?
had
I'm
to
just
You know
cut
like,
that. I'm
what?
glad
I
that
can they
fucked up.
unpopular opinion.
please stop
I'm
with the
glad.
Warmonger?
Listen, I'm
Unpopular
glad that
opinion.
warm.
I like it.
Killmonger.
I
Killmonger.
like it.
Man, every
I like it.
character
Every
had the
time I've seen that
warmonger
haircut,
hairstyle. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
every time I've
Yeah,
seen that haircut, I like
Killmonger.
it. I
I'm
still
like,
like
what
it. I know.
the?
And they
I'm
always,
that guy.
but the thing
I
is,
still like it.
dude, do you know
I
any
still
black
like it.
person with that hairstyle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I still
I'm
like
like,
it.
Like
I like it
bro,
on
they,
Echo. I
you know
like
what,
it on
you know
Warmonger.
what
I like
that
it on
hairstyle is?
Miles.
Hold on. You want
I
to know what
like
that
that haircut.
hairstyle is?
that
If
That
was
I could do that
hairstyle is
haircut,
the
I'll do that
Latinx
haircut.
that was
of
becoming
black
a
people hair.
template. I'm like, man, how come every character has a
Eh,
warmonger haircut? Like, what's
P-Rock,
going on
I
P-Rock,
here?
know.
P-Rock,
But you
Like,
know
P-Rock.
what?
You
You know
P-Rock,
what?
you know what that hairstyle
they went
is?
to the same
That
barber.
hairstyle, P-Rock, that hairstyle is the Latinx of black hairstyles in gaming.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, yeah, exactly.
Yo,
Latinx, like,
Nobody
who?
does that.
yo, can I just say, listen, for the longest, the only black haircut there was a buzz cut. They were
Killmonger.
like, oh, are
That's
you
it. I'm
black?
sorry.
Are
Killmonger.
you black?
Killmonger.
Buzz cut. So listen, I'll
The
take the
Killmonger
Killmonger
cut.
now.
Like, that was getting
For the next 10
ridiculous.
years. Do you know what it's like? It's like Microsoft Office fonts. Before it was Arial, then it was Times New Roman, then it
Oh
was
yeah. Oh yeah.
Arial,
Courier
then it was
New.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Now it's
Courier New.
Aptos, it's Aptos now that we have. It's the default
Helvetica and
font
all
of
that.
black. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
the default font of black haircuts. And you know what? I'm okay with the Killmonger, okay? Just like I enjoyed, which font did I enjoy? I enjoyed Georgia. I thought Georgia was a good default font, okay? Times New Roman was classic and honorable. Georgia was good. I hated Arial as the default. Okay, so listen, I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm okay. I'm still not tired of it yet. I am a Killmonger haircut support. Apologies. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous though.
Killmonger.
I'll be ready.
Because
I'm glad that shit died.
I've never seen
I'm glad that
anyone in the
shit-
real life.
I'm glad that
I've
shit
never seen
Yeah,
anyone in the
seriously,
real
I'll
life
be
with
one to
that.
ask him, like, dude, do you know a single black person in your life? Come on already.
Like, yo, that shit was wild. The Killmonger cut. All right, man. Hey, I guess that we hit all the topics today, man. Hey, we're gonna do our outros. Extreme? I think you did a new video.
Yo, people,
yesterday?
I did videos, yeah, and they're even short this time. This one was like 7 minutes long. I'm losing my touch.
That's like a
Normally.
98% cut.
Reduction. Listen, listen. My
Laying
goodness,
you're laying off the words.
I'm laying off the minutes. I'm laying them off.
All right. So what's this new one about?
Listen, this new one. What's this? What's this new one is about piracy in podcasts.
Piracy.
Listen,
Don't
actually, I
support-
can make it a quick
Don't
little
support content
thing for you
creators
guys.
that promote piracy.
There you go. Do not bring people to your podcast that openly and just advocate for piracy. I think that it is weird that we are in the sphere, right? We're talking in this gaming sphere that is supposed to be representative of the love we have for the art form, and yet we let people come and speak and do not give them any pushback when they advocate for the theft of that art. Because listen, I've never been to an auto podcast like Porsche lovers, and then a guest comes on, and then they're like, "Hey, how
Talking
did you
about
get all
stealing
of these
cars.
cars?" Oh yeah, I just Grand Theft Auto in real life. What do you mean? Why? How else are you supposed to do it in this economy? I've never been to a parenting podcast, and they're like, "Hey, how come you have so many kids?" Kidnapping. That's what I do. I just go around and I kidnap children. That's how I have so many. No, so it's weird that we have theft encouraged in gaming podcasts. So I would say go listen to the video, but I advocate in there that we should not give our viewership and we should not invite guests on that openly advocate and promote piracy in gaming. Okay, if you're going to do it, at least have the decency to be ashamed about it and not to say it openly online in gaming conversations. It's a weird thing that we do. So there you go. There's my 2 cents on that little issue.
All right. And Ramon, man, it's been a minute. What you been up to? Book signings? What's going on?
Well,
Hallmark
first of all,
movies?
to just add a little quick note to what M just said.
Okay.
In the spirit of that, please don't bring him on. You know who I'm talking about. Like, dude, like, I just want to pick up a chair. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there.
That would trigger. That Friday night would trigger the shit out of Ramon.
Dude,
I know exactly.
like, I seriously think I would have to like not be around a screen because I would probably put my fist through it. So anyway, you know who I'm talking about. That's all I'm gonna say. Outside of that, everything's been going well. No,
I want in. Tell me.
off the air.
Off the air.
But,
Off the air. Oh man.
But everything's been fine. I just got back from Sunshine Coast. Still in BC. It's just a ferry ride, not very far.
You still in DC? What you doing out there?
No. BC. B is in Bravo.
BC. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Bravo
Canadian
Charlie.
DC.
British Columbia.
Bravo
Yeah.
Charlie.
British Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was I had a scene to shoot out there with so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a single scene with one other actor who
Name
is
names.
well known but not as well known as the rest
Name
of his family.
names. Yo, hey,
No,
listen,
like,
Ramon, you're such a tease this podcast. You
No,
not
this
name
one
anyone.
I actually
You're such
can't.
a tease.
No, off the air again. This one I actually can't talk about. Like, for real, can't talk about.
Not yet. Not until it's released for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
Give us
Can we guess?
It doesn't matter. You can, but he's not gonna confirm or deny.
Off the air. Like, this one
he's
you
not gonna
just get
confirm or
silent.
deny though. We can work with
No,
that.
I'm not even gonna say that. You probably can't guess anyway, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not that one. I'm
Denzel
not.
Washington.
I'm not taking
That's
no
what I
chance
think
on that.
about
I
you.
didn't sign an NDA, but that don't mean I won't get in trouble. So I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Denzel.
Nah.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my God.
Who other black actors do I know? Jay-Z.
Well, I'll widen the pool
no.
for you. It's not a black actor. So that widens the pool significantly.
P. Diddy.
Okay. He's not black?
No, he's not black.
Oh, there's only like 5 black men in Hollywood. Nah, I'm not guessing the whites. That'll go for days.
That's what I said. I was gonna widen the pool up so you'll never guess.
Black, it would have been easy.
Yo, hey, listen, if it was black,
yeah, you could give us another half hour, you'd have got them all anyway. You'd eventually have crossed the right one.
If it was black, we're gonna get to it in 2 minutes. You know, wait, is it a minority or is it the Caucasians?
No, Caucasian.
Fucking hell, we could be here for centuries.
Oh yeah, dude, we wouldn't outlive the guessing game.
Yeah, listen, man. Nah, that's it. So it was Chris Evans, right?
No. That would have been nice, but no. This person is well known, but not as well known as the rest of his family, and that's as far as I can go.
Oh, that's
probably
Thor's
will
brother.
be in the future.
Thor's brother. That's Thor's brother.
No,
that's
that is not.
The other.
That is not Thor's brother.
What the fuck is his name?
Not Chris. Is it Liam Hemsworth? Yeah.
That's the one no one cares about. Like Father's Day to Mother's Day.
Damn,
That's
He's the
one.
one
one
that's
no
doing.
one cares about.
He's the one that's doing The Witcher, right?
Unfortunately,
He
yeah.
made
And I don't
Yeah,
say unfortunately because of him, but I just feel bad for him because he's taking over a project that's already being submarined by
listen, he's
egos
someone no
thinking they
one
can do
cares
better.
about, and he's doing a project nobody cares about anymore. It seems to fit. It seems to be a great casting. Okay,
Damn.
there you
Oh,
go.
man.
There you go. He's Australian. He can take it. Okay, he's fine. He's good. It's just that people care about his brother more.
Well, even fewer people care about care about me because they don't even know who the hell I am. So I get it.
Right now, I'm looking at actors who are siblings.
Yeah,
Danny
yeah,
Wahlberg.
that's it.
Which is
Danny
that,
Wahlberg.
man.
Danny
Even
Wahlberg.
if you hit it, I am not going
It's Danny
to
Wahlberg.
say
It's him.
anything.
That
Everybody knows Mark
that sounded
Wahlberg.
very
No one
close
gives a
to
fuck
a.
about
I cannot
Danny.
confirm this.
It's Danny Wahlberg. He's like, even if you get it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you.
Wait. Who's the half that people care about for that one?
Who?
Who's the person that people care about for that particular person?
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, there we go. See, we care about that one. That one I know. I know the
His
name.
brother,
Yeah,
nobody cares about Danny
yeah.
Wahlberg.
That's crazy. That's
You know,
crazy.
but you know what's
Listen,
crazy?
man. If I had
which family where like all the brothers are like equally, at least for the most part, all respected? The Wayne brothers. Like all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's incredible. I'm still
I know
looking.
nothing about actors, so I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah.
Liam Hemsworth, yeah. There's Chris Hemsworth and Liam Hemsworth. Yeah, nobody cares about Liam. That shit is hilarious. Oh man, I don't know. Hey, we don't want to get you in trouble anyway.
Wait. Hold
No,
on. In the chat, Iron Man reached the swag lord. Emmanuel, you Africans act like you're not black.
Luke
What
Wilson.
the fuck?
It's Luke Wilson.
Yo,
It's
what
Luke
the
Wilson.
hell?
What
Come
do
on,
you mean
dude.
we
What
act like
happened?
we're not black? We're
the
the
hell?
original black.
What happened?
No. Iron Man reached
Somebody
the
said
swag
some
lord says,
disrespect.
Emmanuel, you Africans act like you're not black. We're all from the diaspora. Some of us are Native Americans, though.
Where you see this?
What does that even mean? We act like we're not. You do know we are black, right? Like you are a derivation of us. If you're not from Africa, you're a remix of our original song.
Where are you looking at? That's
The hymns are the same, and they come from us. You do know that, right? We are blackness. How can we act like we're not black?
Is this in the chat?
This is in the chat. It's up right now. It's from Iron Man Rich the Swag Lord.
Iman Rich the Swag Lord.
Iman,
You
okay.
Africans act like y'all not black. We all from diaspora. Some of us are Native Americans though. Oh no, so all right. This is an American thing, so just don't worry about it. There's this thing happening with foundational black. There's this foundational black Americans, African Americans. I mean, Africans from Africa, Jamaica, Caribbean African. I mean, listen.
Is it because
I stay out
that
of it.
black Americans call themselves African American, even though they have been so far removed from the roots that they have
I'm
no
gonna stay
nothing?
out of it. I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm gonna stay.
All
I'm
right,
gonna stay.
cool.
Listen, we Latinos got our own problems to fix. All right.
Fair enough.
We Latinos gotta fix our own shit before we deepen other people's business. I'm trying to get my peoples to be to
Listen, hey, I man, take that shit to my channel. You can explain to
You know what I'm
me
saying?
what the fuck that meant.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole thing here in America. Foundational Black Americans and African Americans and Africans. Oh man, listen, I'm trying to get my people to get this shit together. So I don't got the back.
Oh yeah, your Trump voters. Your Trump voters.
Listen,
Oh,
Latinos
man.
Trumps. I didn't know they were gonna deport my aunt.
But he said that he
I'm
would.
out.
That's the shit that kills
we're not
me.
a political podcast. We are out. Hey, your only friend is YouTube Streets, Border Rock 77. We are out of here. You guys take care. Love y'all. See y'all Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Got Reforge Gaming as the guest. You guys take care. Peace.